Sports Encyclopedia. U.S. Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut. Yeah. Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran. No looking stupid, we ain't losing. Grind like something to prove it. Came to the conclusion that it's proven. Yeah, I'm proven with a reliable source. Straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to your side. Worldwide, we in your city. Keep it 150. We never change what's happening. Hurdle and get it cracking. No capping, we never lacking. Light them up, better stay in your lane.
There's only three Lakers that I would not look the other way if I saw them motherfuckers coming. That's Kareem, that's Worthy, and that's Cooper. The rest of them damn Lakers, fuck them.
That's bullshit that Robert Parrish said.
Coop, you know I got your back like a backpack, boy. Fuck Robert Parrish. You know you ain't shit. It's all good. You know, fuck the Celtics, all of them.
We see you like shit, you fucking slapdicks. Issues get pressed so fast you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown, killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap. Smitty and Jason Brown, we killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it.
To put the fear of God in these motherfuckers!
The building. It is Work Boot Wednesday. Strap up your hard hats and your work boots. We got one of the most loaded, legendary shows in the history of our show, the realest show on planet Earth. We got AJ McCarron, three-time national champ, every Wednesday. He'll be here today for his first appearance. Shaun King, Super Bowl champ and co-national champ. And we got Miami Hurricane legend Gino Torretta, Heisman Trophy winning, two-time national championship winning NFL quarterback Gino Torretta joining the show as well. 3 QBs with myself included, 4 QBs. Woo! We got a loaded lineup today. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member if you're not one. It is Work Boot Wednesday. We're going to get underway in a real way. This is a loaded Work Boot Wednesday, like I just said. Alabama is just not the same. Coach DeBoer's Bama team through one season and one game simply is not the Nick Saban-led teams for 17 seasons that we are accustomed to seeing on or off the football field. The lack of luster, effort, the off-field shenanigans, the undisciplined play, loafing, and frankly, the talent disparity is glaring. They say they didn't lose much in the portal. Well, maybe you just didn't have much to keep. Ooh, that's a bar. Michigan got your best running back. Your quarterback's average, and you're getting dominated up front by Florida State on both sides of the football. Simply just didn't happen under Nick Saban. I can seriously see some struggling going on with Coach DeBoer being sent on his way before the season ends. This simply isn't a job for everybody, for anyone. This is a job that takes understanding of the South, the SEC, and the tradition. No offense to Coach DeBoer, but he had none of this when he got the job. Similarly to USC trying to replace Pete Carroll. These types of leaders, builders of men, and culture setters simply do not fall off trees. But what do I know? What I do know is that my Far East Sider, Naptown legend, 317, LeBron hairline having, AR5 defending, Lamar Jackson loving, Caitlin Clark jocking, Fox no longer. My main man, Big Smitty's in studio.
Y'all thought I was at home? No. Drove 3 hours to get here for y'all. I drove 3 hours to get here. It was traffic this morning.
1 hour.
Semi-trucks everywhere. I did this for y'all, chat, so appreciate me. Appreciate me and my sacrifice, homie.
Ooh, I like this.
Ooh, hold on.
Ooh.
We got the ISOs?
Yeah.
Who did this?
Man, we got Enoch.
Shout out to Enoch. He dang near like the MVP of the show. Like, shout out to everybody.
But nobody's ever seen him. Nobody knows who he is.
I barely know him.
Yeah,
like,
you never met
last time I saw him, we didn't even speak or nothing. Like to the end of the event, it was like 3 hours into it. Super Bowl.
So that's kind of fire. We could do a lot. And I got the bar camp for the tomorrow night. It's first night on Patreon, by the way. Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Titties and ass right there. Should be right there
both
serving
of them?
drinks. Huh?
Titties and ass?
Titties and ass.
Hey, that's a lot. Like
Vince Conrad, I ain't seen you in a while. I was wondering if you was cool.
he's getting a little older. Yeah, a little health situation, but he good now. What's going on? Hey.
Now, baby, let me
What you thinking?
make this bigger.
That's
Oh, Nicky, we seen her.
Oh, we seen
That's that
Nicky.
Joy Taylor looking.
Stop
Huh?
bringing up my homegirl on the show.
We saw her. We saw her at that event.
That's my people though.
Yeah, I don't fuck with her.
But I do though. So out of respect for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you, but I'm still gonna beat me though.
You ain't gotta say it though.
How do I get rid of her?
It's called respect, homie. I don't bring people that you cool with on this show.
There you do.
I don't. Name one
You don't bring up people?
that you cool with.
There you do.
I don't.
You do a lot.
I don't.
Nicky, hit me up. We got a lot going on though today. It's Work with Wednesday. Smitty, we got a guest right out the gate. Let me get situated here.
Yeah.
We got Gino Torretta.
You ain't locked in.
You don't even know about Gino Torretta. You looked at his stat. You were looking at his shit. You were like,
What you mean?
motherfucker, damn near like
I know
the greatest
Gino.
of all time.
He's in the conversation. I'm gonna ask him that soon once he hops on. He's in the conversation. 2-time national champion, Heisman winner, drafted to the NFL, played for my coach for a little while. I mean, the guy's a legend. He was on the team with a lot of NFL guys. What you wearing, homie?
I got these new shorts, homie.
Are those swim shorts?
Fire swim trunks.
No, they not.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They got the cloth, the cut from the cloth logo, but it didn't come out. Damn near didn't come in. So, but yeah, fire.
That's fire right there.
And it's that material.
Where can everybody buy them from now?
Like if the bitch is twerking on me on the boat,
Mhm.
you'll get your shit hard quick because it's that.
I got you. Yeah.
You know that thin.
That's actually vital.
No, it is.
Like Brad, that's very important.
Yeah.
Like I wear, like when I was single back in the day, I would wear clothes based on that conversation that we just had.
Yeah.
It's very important. So I love that.
Yeah. I got the shirts,
Have you
shorts.
tested that out? Have you had a girl twerk on you with those shorts on yet or not yet?
Yeah, it's on Patreon. You can see one of the broads popping. She's got a little ass on her.
All right.
We got all sizes, Jazzy. Jazzy, you got ass? It depends, like how on a woman. I'm saying respectfully, it depends on how the ass is. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't have no ass, the shorts kind of like a figure. If you got ass though, the shorts it'll fill in quick.
Jazz said she likes them, but you need a smaller size.
I do have them on the website. No.
No. She's saying you need to put on a smaller
I need
size.
smaller size. I can't fuck with smaller size. These are already small almost.
She wants to see something, homie. You're not catching the drift.
Yeah, I don't know those games.
She wants to see something.
I don't play the gray sweat game and all that shit.
The gray sweat game.
Yeah, it's kind of gay.
Is that a game?
Whatever it is.
I'm saying, but no, it's like us.
When the girls say it's gray sweats or whatever,
they like to see our print, just like we like to see women with a sundress on. So it's not gay. It's a woman wanting to look at you.
But I don't want to wear it. It's gay to me.
But you're wearing it for her.
See, C Merck. Let me hit C Merck to something real quick. Drop mic.
Break it down real smooth. Though.
Can't buy shorts with another man's name on it, but you buy Jordans. You buy Ciroc. You buy Iversons. Everything you buy has somebody's name on it, motherfucker. Stop. Lying ass motherfucker. You know what it is? You just won't support the homie. Keep it real. You'll buy shit from somebody you'll never meet, C Merc. You old bitch ass. You buy motherfucker. You wear jerseys and motherfucker bear. Wear Ralph Polo, Lauren. You buy all that shit from a motherfucker you ain't never met. You got a real chance to meet me, but you won't fucking support it. Anyway.
He's not even a member, I don't think.
Yeah, he's not even a member because he's a bitch. So anyway, moving on amicably. We got Gino Torretta, Smitty, growing it.
Like real legend. I know we were talking about it earlier, but he might be the GOAT.
Yeah. Let's get right to the quote of the day. Brought to you by BetUS TV, Smitty. Since Alabama's the discussion and then Nick Saban was the topic, Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most.
Woo! That's real life. I'm battling that right now. Because I want to get a yacht right now like JB. I want to be on the water. I want to get a house like that with a big fan.
I had to calm down. I was going to make a move, and I was like, I'm going to wait.
Yep.
So I can get something I want more.
Yep.
Later.
When you're prepared and you got it and you're ready.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's like we're trying to, live
rush into it.
Rush into it. Or what's that phrase? Like
sacrifice.
Live like the Joneses or whatever.
Yeah, sometimes you got to sacrifice.
Yeah, sacrifice, homie.
Yeah.
You got to eat top ramen noodles for now.
Sometimes you got to sacrifice, homie.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to sacrifice. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most.
It's got to be the man.
Critical. Contrary to belief, brought to you by Valor. So head on over to Valor today. Use the promo code CoachJB. Smitty, nobody trashes your name more than someone who's afraid you'll tell the truth about them. Contrary to belief. Nobody trashes your name more than someone who's afraid that you're going to tell the truth about them.
Okay, the second time you read it sounded way better and I understood. The first time you said it, I acted like I knew what you said. Had no idea what you said.
I kind of knew that because you're micro.
Okay.
But I knew it. I knew you didn't understand. That's why I reset it.
When do you ever take ownership in your wrongdoings? Because the way you read it, it was horrible.
Yeah, that's why I did
the first time. Okay, cool. Well, that's the real reason.
That's why I redid it.
That's the real reason.
I always own it.
Deion said this is recycled.
What is?
That
quote?
I never heard it before, but D. Jones heard it.
D. Jones has heard it before.
Yeah, so I don't know if you called him separately or
maybe I talked to him just privately. I don't know.
Patreon, you did it, or you put it on Twitter. I don't know.
Discord.
We got a lot of stuff going on. Like you might have said it. I'm not even saying any lying. You just might have said it somewhere else.
Yeah,
I never heard it.
Yeah,
I've been here for 3 years.
Yeah, I never said it.
Yeah,
show me.
Was that a dream or something? Was that a dream or something?
Pull up the video. Pull up the video and then. The show is better at the studio. You guys come off very unprofessional. So I'm confused.
The show is better at the studio because you guys come off very unprofessional. Like, I don't know, two things can be true. I don't
understand the take.
Should we say thank you or should we be like offended or?
Jason, you couldn't afford the studio rent downtown. Oh, he's on top.
Oh, he's talking crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not really.
All right.
Show is way better at JB's house. I hated that studio. Okay. He's just not very smart.
Got you. So he like
respectfully, you're not smart.
Let's see Merc now.
So the other
person wasn't C Merc. C Merc jumped in, I think.
Huh?
My trip and scroll up a little bit. It don't matter, man. We got a legend about to hop in right now, man. And then we'll have to figure out these chat guys later. Make sure you hit the like button right now. Subscribe, remember right now. We're about to go in.
Yeah, we got a loaded show today. Like I said, we got 3 quarterbacks joining us. AJ McCarron, 3-time national champ, Alabama legend, joins us every Wednesday for Chalk Talk. Shaun King, former Super Bowl champ, Tulane Green Wave legend, joins us every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And today we have Miami Hurricane legend, California native like myself, and one of the greatest college football careers of all time. A lot of you youngsters in here may not even understand it or know it, so make sure you go do some research. But Steve Kim's favorite. Steve wishes he could be here today for Gino.
It's always happening.
Always happens.
Opposite day.
But a legend. Can't thank him enough for joining us. 2-time national champ, Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, Gino Torretta, joins the show. The U.
Yeah. How you doing?
All good. Hopefully I sound all right. I'm
you're perfect. I love it.
Hour of sleep after Sunday night, and I flew to Madison, Wisconsin to help my daughter move into a new apartment.
Oh, shit. Is she going to Wisconsin? She's going to go to Wisconsin?
She's a Badger. It's her junior year.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a great college town now, right?
It is a very nice college town, but woke up this morning, I looked outside, and you know what? It's Big Ten. Big Ten is gray, and it's already gray in Madison.
Hey, it ain't Miami, it ain't California, so I already know.
Any chance.
No doubt. Well, let me ask you right out the gate. We have a guest on every couple times a week. Steve Kim, who's a big Miami guy. He's at all the games, and he flew out there to see the opener versus Notre Dame. Where you at with this year versus last year? And are you all in on Mario Cristobal? I've been critical at times because I just know how it is coaching. O-line coaches similar seem to kind of struggle when they take over the helm as the head guy. He's a great recruiter. I've known him for a long time. Great O-line guy.
He's his teammate.
And and I want to know how is he transitioning in your opinion in this year 3 now as he's turning this program?
Well, I mean, like you said, I mean, the talent level is entirely different now with when Mario got here to now. So he's brought in the players. I think obviously a little disappointed last year that, we have a guy like Cam Ward who has probably the greatest statistical season of any quarterback Miami's ever had. And we couldn't get in the conference championship game or the playoffs. But, I thought that was a big step against Notre Dame because, like you said, there are people that question Coach Cristobal, the whole, about certain things. And, they pulled it out. I got to say it was a dominant performance up front. I would have liked a little bit more aggressiveness in the third quarter and not conservativeness on offense because I thought they just kind of, as O-line guys do, they just tried to lean on the other team and try to get 3-4 yards every snap. And, listen, Miami, to me, when we've had success, we were built from the outside in. I mean, we were built on speed and making big plays. And I think they have those kind of players. I think it's just, at times I don't like to see him get as conservative as he does, but you know what? They're not paying me to be the head coach and make those decisions because I'd be probably chucking it every play.
And speaking of chucking it every play, Carson Beck, first game as a Hurricane. What were just your thoughts of how he performed, how he looked out there? Obviously filling some big shoes, as you mentioned. Cam Ward had, probably, like you said, the best statistical season at the QB position. So those are large shoes to fill. How do you think he looked out there?
I think he played well. I mean, let's go back to, he'd never had one snap in spring ball. I mean, he hasn't practiced with these guys, but the last probably month and a half, when he was able to start throwing. I think Malachi Toney showed that he's going to be an absolute beast for the next 3 years. I mean, just unbelievable speed, quickness. Reminded me a lot of like Kevin Williams, who I had a chance to play with, size-wise, not real tall, but unbelievably quick, fast. May have gotten him in trouble at the end, towards the end of the game, because I thought he was just kind of staring. Where is Malachi? Try to force it to him at times. But the offensive line, holy cow, he had more time in one game throwing than I had in the full season. So he had plenty of time, and then the one grab right before half for the touchdown. I just that catch was, first off, the broadcast booth is in the corner of the end zone, the opposite corner of where that catch was made. So when Beck threw the ball, he's getting smoked right in the chest. And I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, dude, you can't throw the ball up for grabs down the middle of the field. And I see Notre Dame's safety take a beeline to the ball. And I'm like, oh, man, this is pick. This is pick. It could be returned for a touchdown.
Yeah.
But he didn't play the ball. Watch the highlights. Yeah. He doesn't play the ball. He literally thinks it's going to fall in his lap. He's going to run the other way for a touchdown. And I'm like, if that's not a coaching point for every secondary coach to say, you have to get the ball to the highest point. You have to go to the ball. You have to play the ball, because at worst, that's an easy PBU. And the kid just kind of thought it was going to fall in his lap and he was going to take off. But man, when the other side, because I saw it from the whole screen from the other side, I was like, oh man. And then I don't know how he still caught that ball. It was amazing.
Gene, I was watching it too, outside, on a Sunday, cooking and smoking a cowboy steak on the drum smoker. And I'm like, this is at the front of the end zone for all these youngsters out here that don't understand. This is the front. It wasn't the back. So what he was doing, I have no idea. They act like the ball was going out of bounds and was overthrown is how the kid was acting. And I was like,
right. Contact.
Like he avoids everything.
He moves to the side.
His arms are like holding out like it was just going to hit him right in the stomach, and he was going to go. And I'm like, buddy,
and there's 4 Notre Dame players. Yeah, 4 Notre Dame players there. Like, I don't know. Here's my worry. Like Carson did that late when he started off like right out like feet on fire when he started at Georgia. Then he kind of tapers off. He's people talking about the number 1 overall pick and if he would have left, blah blah blah. And now Is this the Carson Beck people are worried about in Miami making throws like that in critical, junctures of the game that's going to possibly, cost Miami if he can throw that stuff up? Like you and I both play quarterback. I'm like, nah, don't throw that shit down the middle like that. Like, the kid saves them.
I would hope, as with, you're asking me about Mario and coaching and him playing quarterback. I would hope experience, teaches us things, and you hope that the player and the coach learn. I think that Shannon Dawson's very good. Like I said, I just wish kind of Mario would let the reins off Shannon sometimes, because I think he's very creative, and he puts his offense, gets him in the right situations to make some big plays. But yeah, I just thought at Georgia, Beck was a little inconsistent. Not necessarily all his fault though, because their receivers had a significant drop off. I mean, after Bowers, it was like, not very. They weren't the dominant pass catchers, and he had some guys show up in Hard Rock on Sunday night and made some grabs for him. And no, it was fun to see. Great environment.
No doubt. I'm excited to see the whole ACC. Belichick moved into that conference, obviously, had a rough outing game 1 against TCU.
Understatement.
Welcome to college football, right?
Got his ass kicked.
Yeah. Welcome to college football. Like, holy shit. It was unbelievable to see it. One of the greatest of our lifetime, and then looked inept out there, I thought, to be honest. And then you
it always comes down to the Jimmies and the Joes. It doesn't matter who's diagramming the plays.
I try to tell you that, Jay.
They look bad on the edge. They look bad on the perimeter. Their secondary stiff. Like I was like, oh, they got some things to do. But I'm not going to bet. He lost game 1 of his NFL career too.
Yeah.
So we saw how that worked out. So I'm not going to panic too bad. But the ACC is better. You got Syracuse. Obviously, Florida State put it on Bama. The ACC could be better this year. Obviously, SMU in that conference now plays Clemson last year for the title in that division. Miami struggled late to not get in. Where are you at with the ACC as a conference? And are you hearing any rumblings that this conference could possibly be shaken up again like the Pac-12 was? And I'm hearing some things that they may be moving guys around.
Well, listen, college football is morphing daily. Hourly, it almost seems like. I think probably what it's going to go to is 65, 68 teams, and those are the teams that are playing for the national championship. I have heard Florida State, Clemson, trying to get to the SEC. Listen, everybody's trying to get to the SEC and the Big Ten because they're getting paid more per team
TV
in their conference. So hopefully the powers that be in college football, and what I mean is those two conferences have to come to the table and say, you know what, maybe we can take a little bit less and make sure the ACC teams get a similar payout, make sure the Big 12 teams get a similar payout. Whether that's going to happen or not, I don't know. I mean, like if you want to build it from the ground up, if you say it's 68 teams like the tournament, and then, okay, what do the playoffs look like? Get rid of the conference championship games. We showed last year with the playoff, the conference championship games don't mean anything. All they are is a way for the conferences to make a boatload of cash on that Saturday. So get rid of the conference championship games, make that like the first playoff round, and go from there. But you're not gonna have the Big Ten give that up. You're not gonna have the SEC give that up. So that's where, okay, how do we figure this whole out? It's just like there's so much money involved here. I think we could figure it out if they really wanted to. But yeah, there's grumblings. I mean, Florida State's been trying to get to the ACC. Hell, they hired an investment banker. I think last year or this year to try to say how much can we sell our football program to you two, or how much can you raise money off of it? Which, I don't know. To me, that's just a joke. And I don't mind kids making money. More power to them. I wish I could have made some greenbacks when I was in college, but it wasn't how it is. So I don't begrudge these kids making money. I wish they would have some stick-to-itiveness if you will.
Yeah.
And when you're not named the starter, you stay your ass there and you work harder. Maybe you become the starter, but that ain't happening today.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do it with the money, man. These kids see that money and they have no, they don't want to be around. They don't
And
want
it's
to.
not necessarily just the kids.
Everybody.
And I said it's mercenary business. I said the other day, coaching mercenaries, we're getting kids through for 30, 60, 90 days, and we got a transfer portal that opens up. It's like
Twice.
Well, now 3 times. Yeah. Let me ask you, are you a proponent of the 12-team playoff and now probably going to be 16? I think less is more. That's me personally. I think the competition, the cream rises to the top. The more you add, I think that it waters this thing down. I didn't think there was 12 teams worthy of a playoff last year. And if we really want to be honest, Ohio State's not the national champ.
Yes, they are.
If we go back to the 4-team format, let's be honest. Smitty keeps talking about a team that lost twice getting in. But anyway, are you a proponent or no?
I would have gone to 16. I think I would go to 16 and I would get rid of the conference championship games. And then, okay, that weekend matters again, because basically it didn't matter last weekend. Whoever was in the games were in. I think that I would say you have to have 16. I don't agree with the fact that the Big Ten and the SEC think every year 4 of their teams are in the best 12 teams in the country. Like I just don't believe that. It's not. Maybe some years, okay, great, I agree with you. It's 4 of your teams are the best 16 in the country, but I have a hard time believing that that's a hard fast rule, because when I was in school, I said this last week, people were like, well, what's the biggest Miami rivalry? And I was like, well, the biggest rivalry to me is the one where you win. It matters to win a national championship. It gets you kind of in that game. You got to go through there to get it. Well, when I was in school, that game was Miami, Florida State. It wasn't Miami, Notre Dame.
Right.
And that's I didn't give the Iron Bowl. I didn't even know what the Iron Bowl was. I swear to God, I was like, who's in the Iron Bowl?
Yeah.
Like Michigan, Ohio State, what the hell were they playing for? They weren't playing for a title. I was like, big deal. A rivalry is one where, besides the history of 2 teams not liking each other, the game actually means a lot more than just that day. And,
it's tied. It's a great point, because you're from California like myself, and SC UCLA used to be the game for the Rose Bowl.
Yep.
That game mattered in the LA household.
And the big game was for the last place in the Pac-12. So
Yep, no doubt.
100%. Let me ask you this. We were kind of going back and forth, looking over just your achievements and your resume, and
I'm the 92 Heisman Trophy winner. You're making me Desmond Howard on the little thing here.
Well, listen, you damn near won every single award out there.
No, not damn,
win in college.
There ain't no damn near. I did win every goddamn.
Exactly. So talk your trash. So let me ask you this. Should you be in the conversation? Like when we have these conversations as far as greatest college QBs of all time, and you look at people's resumes, in my opinion, you have to be in the conversation. Do you feel the same?
Bro, I got a lot of trophies at home. I got 2 national championships. I got a Heisman Trophy, Davey O'Brien, Walter Camp,
Maxwell,
Toyota Leadership. I got the academic awards. Listen. People can judge how they want to judge. I know I did pretty good, and I only lost 2 starts. So I'm pretty happy with a couple rings on my hand with championships and a Heisman. So I'm good.
I just want to read it for the stat. I just want to read it for everybody out there, so they don't understand. 2-time national champ, Heisman, Maxwell, Walter Camp, Chick Harley, Davey O'Brien, Johnny Unitas, All-American, 2-time Big East Player of the Year, and lost twice.
And actually, probably one of the things people don't realize, there's only been 3 Heisman Trophy winners that have actually, at quarterback, that have started in multiple national championship seasons. And it's myself, Leinert, but I think the one championship is like a BCS partly, or you know what I mean? And Angelo Bertelli, who he came back after the war and started at another national championship season. So you know what, like to me, because I was always like, starting 4 games as a redshirt freshman and your team wins the national championship, I'm pretty proud of keeping us in that part. And but yeah, that's what makes the difference to me is just winning games.
When you see these nobodies, I call them nobodies. When you see these fucking nobodies on Instagram and Twitter say some shit about football and quarterback, can you please one time just say, drop your fucking resume? Just say that to them. I love to hear it because that's what I say every day. I'm like, let me see your resume. You could say that with anybody ever play college football. You can literally say, show me your resume, motherfucker. So
well, I think our media people at Miami said, don't pick a fight with somebody, we call it the press, the papers back then, that they buy their ink by the truckload and you don't. So you know what, if they whatever. like I said, like when I played when I as a player, I think as any player, is you want the respect of your teammates. Yeah. You want the respect of your opponents, and you want the respect of the other coaches. I mean, like when my Heisman year, people were like, well, what do you think? What was your Heisman play? And I'm like, well, I didn't have a Heisman play, but it was a stretch of games that, we beat Penn State on the road. We beat Florida State at home. And we beat Arizona at home. That was back when they had Desert Swarm, and they were freaking dominant. But after the Florida State game, Bobby Bowden said, I can sum this game up in one word: Toretta. Toretta was great. That's enough. Guy wins 300 some games in college football. You know what? That's enough. And Don Nehlen, the Hall of Fame coach of West Virginia, he said, if that guy's not the best player in the country, I don't know who is. So, they knew how hard it was because I was basically coaching. I was calling my own plays on the field. And they couldn't do anything that I hadn't seen, or I wouldn't get us in the right play and that. So don't get me fired up to drop my resume though. Yeah,
I love that. I love when you talk shit. Let me ask you this: how fun is it in South Florida to be the quarterback of a team and to be a Heisman Trophy winner, to be a national champion? Like, just talk about just being in. Like, take us back to those college days when you're on top of the mountain. Like, were you guys more popular than the Dolphins at one point in time? Like,
I would say it'd probably be nicer now driving around a Lamborghini like Beck is now. But anyway, no, it was awesome. And we were, it was the Miami Hurricanes, and the Dolphins were good, but they were, they would struggle to make the playoffs, back then. I know Lamar Thomas and Barrow Sapp and those guys used to be like, we used to get the Miami Dolphins guys in the clubs with us. Now I've been in a couple of Luke's nightclubs, so I'm not gonna say I was a frequenter of Luke's nightclubs, but we've been there. We had it was just great. Like I just for all the kids that are playing there now. Like I tell them every time I see them, I truly hope you guys are as successful as our teams were, because this city is so much better when we're winning. Like I mean, I don't give a crap, bandwagon fans, whatever, but it's like, man, the city is just fired up on Saturdays. I mean, like I came on my recruiting visit, the ticker tape parade in 1987. Championship in whatever December, January, and I remember I was 6'1", I was 165 pounds, and I was just like looking around, going, if I don't grow, there's no way in hell I'm going to get a chance to play. It didn't matter what school was recruiting me, and I was like, I just wanted to be a part of that. I wanted a chance to win a national championship. Like that's the ultimate goal in the ultimate team sport. Is winning the national championship. And, it was just, Daniel Stubbs, he put his arm around me because some of these guys knew my brother who went there in 85, 86, backed up Testaverde. And he's like, Gino, you can either come here and win with us or go somewhere else and get beat by us. And that was our attitude when we were in school. And I was scared to death of him. I thought he was going to beat the hell out of me if I didn't come to Miami. So, but it was just awesome. We had a confidence, we had an air, we had, they call it a swagger now. There wasn't a doubt I'm serious. When we stepped on the field, we were 55-5 in my 5 years. There wasn't a doubt we thought we were going to kick the other team's ass every single game. We thought we had a better plan. We thought, I think you saw it against Notre Dame Sunday night. You see what heat and humidity does to a teams.
Oh man,
they were on the sidelines eating popsicles, trying to cool down. Like you're in Miami. I mean, like Jimmy Johnson, my freshman year was like, we want to play at noon. That was before TV control game times. We wanted to play at noon, and it was all to just look across the field and somebody practicing in the Midwest, just basically to be demoralized, hot, sweaty, and they had no energy left. And it was an advantage. I think it was decided. It helped decide the game Sunday night. I mean, you can't prepare yourself for the oppressive heat and humidity that Miami has. But I don't know. It was a long roundabout answer of a lot of crap.
No, it was great.
It was pretty goddamn fun. I wouldn't change my 5 years.
Hell yeah!
I bet you would.
What got you to go from Cali to Miami? Like, what was the sell? What was the pitch? And then who did you turn down out west to go there?
So when I came out the same year as Marinovich. They went to SC. Yep. So I knew kind of SC was off the table. To be honest, my first choice was UCLA. My second choice was Stanford. And then after that, it was whatever. So UCLA didn't even recruit me. Because they got Brett Johnson, Rob Johnson's older brother.
Yep.
So Brett went to UCLA. UCLA didn't recruit me. Stanford, their linebacker coach played like softball with my brothers, and he came to my high school and he literally like one of the first coaches, and he just said, "We don't think you're good enough to play in Division I." Like, all right. So they didn't recruit me at all.
Who was there? Stenstrom?
No, I'm older than Stenstrom.
Oh yeah, you're old. Yeah, that's my age. That's my age. Yeah, we played. So you got me by 5 years, I think. Who would have been there in Stanford? Shit.
Probably John Pay. Right?
Maybe.
That was probably the end of his career. I think that was Jack Elway was towards the end of his coaching career at that point.
Yeah.
And then Washington offered me a visit. Washington State and Dennis Erickson offered me a visit, and so I went to Washington, and Mark Brunell just committed the week before I took my visit. So Brunell and Bjornsson was a QB.
I remember that.
So they're like, "Hey, we have 2 quarterbacks committed." So I'm on a visit, literally, in cold, rainy Seattle, and they're like, "Hey, we got 2 quarterbacks. We can't even offer you a scholarship." I'm like, "All right."
That was the Steve Ettman years. Steve Ettman and all them.
Yeah. Hoffman was on my visit. He was their middle linebacker from San Jose. And then I went to Wazoo, and in a snowstorm, and Coach Erickson, like, I didn't know recruiting. Like, I'll give you a great recruiting story. So I don't know recruiting at all. Like, I'm like, I showed up to Wazoo in literally a suit and tie. and an enormous bag because it was cold as hell, and I'm like, man, I need long johns. I need, it's snowing. Yeah. The coach, the GA's walking back and forth past me like 5-6 times, and I'm like, nobody's in the Pullman Airport. And finally, he comes up and he goes, "Are you Gino?" Yeah, I'm Gino. So anyway, he's like, usually the recruits don't show up dressed better than the coaches. I'm like, hey man, my mom she taught me right, and she said, this is how you're gonna dress. And so I go up there, have a great visit. Coach Eve, go in his office. We're watching film and all this stuff. And on the way out, it's me and the coaching staff on a 12-seat, 16-seat airplane out of Pullman or Spokane, wherever the hell. We flew to Spokane so then we could go home. So it's in a snowstorm, and literally I'm praying. I'm in the first seat looking out the window. The pilot, I can see out. Coach E's next to me. We're talking. And I'm just like, please don't go down in the snow, So we get to Spokane. Then I fly to Oakland from Spokane, and I'm sitting next to, I think it was one of the DB's coaches. And he goes, "How'd your visit go?" And I said, "Good." He goes, "Did they offer you?" I said, "I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know." And he goes, "Well, what'd you do when you go into Coach E's office?" I said, "We watched film. We were talking about the offense. We were talking about schematics. We were talking about what he liked to do and what I like to throw. And that was it." I get home and literally the phone rings. You know, there's no cell phones back then. I get home, phone rings, and Coach Arnold, who's our tight ends coach, came to Miami with Coach E. He goes, I don't know what the hell Coach Erickson did. He goes, you're our number one quarterback. So he should have offered you a scholarship. He should have, you know, and he's like yelling at him. And I'm like, whatever, you know, I'm like, so, but that was my recruiting visit to Wazoo. So I go there. The next week I went to Miami, and it was the ticker tape parade. And, you know, I was in Coach Johnson's office. And so our offensive coordinator, Gary Stevens at Miami at the time, he was telling me, do not come to Miami. He goes, don't come here. And I was like, you know, I was like, why would you say it? He was like, listen, he goes, I think you're good enough. You can start year one at one of those Pac-10 schools right now. He goes, if you come here, I have Steve Walsh and I have Craig Erickson. I really like Craig Erickson. He didn't redshirt. If you come here, I'm redshirting him. So he gets 2 years to start at the end of his career, and you're going to get one. And I look up at the wall and I see Sports Illustrated with Testaverde and Kelly and Kozar, Walsh, national championships. And I was like, you know what, Coach? I don't care. I get 1 year at that. I win a natty. I'm good. I'm like, you know what? I'll come here and compete.
Damn.
And I went out of, you know, I guess out of spite. And I went to Coach Johnson's office, and Coach Johnson was like, what do you think? I said, I love it. He goes, you want to come? I said, hell yeah. I got up, shook his hand. I ran out of his office, so he couldn't take my office.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
But Coach Erickson, Coach Erickson, like, he came over to my house, and you know, back when you know, my dad was alive, and you know, we had a great night. And I mean, it was hard to say no to Coach E, but I got back from Miami, and I just, you know, that Coach Arnold called, and I said, Coach, I committed to Miami, and he goes, I'd have probably done the same thing. And then 6 months later, you know, they came to Miami and were my coaching staff at Miami. So,
no doubt that it's crazy because of good friends of mine were on that Wazoo team when you visited. Steve Broussard, Derek Spark. Derek passed away.
Rosenball was my host. I mean,
Rosenball.
Totally. I mean, the statute of limitations are over with. Now, back then, you couldn't do anything on your visit athletically, supposedly, right?
Right.
Like, I get up there, and it's hilarious. They're like, and Rosenball's like, hey, we're going to go play basketball. All right. You want to play? Sure, I'll play. They give me, you know, jock, throw on some shorts, T-shirt, throw on some high tops. We're running full court basketball. And I look up, and it's all the coaches in the window watching the recruits and the players. I'm like, I don't think this is supposed to be happening right now, but anyway.
And then Bledsoe would have came right after you if you'd have went.
Yeah, he was Drew was a year after me. Yeah. It was the kid out of San Francisco, not Garcia. No, the kid out of Sacramento that went there. He actually had a pretty good couple seasons before Drew started. I can't remember his name. He was
Mike Price. Mike Price took over, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it Mike Price already? Yeah. No doubt. Man, Gino, these are great. I love the recruiting stories. I tell these guys all the time when I used to recruit players. So it's hell of a reminiscent. It's unbelievable. Man, I can't think. What do you got going now? Anything? Just calling games, being at the game?
Calling games. So my company's Touchdown Radio. So I'm at a game every week. I did the Miami Notre Dame game. Actually heading to Des Moines. I got the Iowa State this week. End the season with the Iron Bowl. Have Penn State, UCLA, I think Auburn, Georgia, Ole Miss, got Arkansas, Ole Miss in a couple weeks, and Ohio State somewhere in there, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Where are you based out of? Are you back home or are you out in Miami?
No, I'm still in Miami. I live about a mile from campus. My family's all my brothers and moms are still out in the Bay, so I make it out there some, not as much as I'd like to.
No doubt.
Gotcha.
Man, I hope we can hook up one day. Hopefully we can get you back on, man, if Miami makes a run at this thing.
Let's go to Miami, go to the game.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta show up to a game. Steve Kim goes all the time, so we may have to pop up on you, man.
For sure.
Hey, can't thank you enough, brother. Legendary stuff, and hopefully we'll have you on again, man. And good luck to everybody, you and the family, and I wish you the best.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Gino.
Have a good one.
Yep.
Clap it up.
Clap it up. Gino Torretta.
One of the GOATs in college. I love when he started listening to his resume. Like,
Man.
some guests come on and they want to be all humble. He said, nah.
He's still humble. People don't realize.
Nah, but he said, I didn't damn near win everything. He said, I did win everything.
You know what they say, right?
What they say, homie?
It ain't bragging if it's true.
Ooh, it ain't tricking if you got it.
Man, please. Appreciate everybody. The real ones, they understand. The fake fucks in the chat who bitch and moan about everything, no matter what we do.
Yeah.
You're just bitches anyway.
Right.
So you're never going to be pleased.
Right.
About the gas. We got fucking Shaq on and you'll bitch about it. You
right.
fucking bitch-made cunt. That's what you guys are. You're a bunch of bitch-made cunts. That's what a lot of you fucks are. And that's what you don't grasp. You don't understand. Like, we don't give a fuck what you like. Soft pussies. God damn, homie. Watching grown people cry and bitch in the chat is like maybe one of the most fucking irritating things on planet Earth. Watching grown men bitch and moan about them not getting their way when a fucking legend is on the goddamn show. It's unbelievable. Why you thirsty, homie?
Why am I thirsty?
Yeah.
Because it's early. It's 5 a.m. and I drove 3 hours to get here and I'm dehydrated.
I don't like this. When you're here for some reason, I'm bright.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's just natural.
So the light's coming off of you bouncing on me?
It's just natural stuff, homie. It's like when two people are in a room, the greater person is gonna bring on the positive, and the negative person is gonna bring on the, you know what I mean, the negative. So when I'm here,
I don't like this light over
take
here.
on that.
I gotta turn it down.
It's not gonna change, homie.
Yeah, it is.
It's not gonna change nothing. Here we go. You might mess the whole show up right now.
Yeah, that's the low one. Turn it a little bit.
Nothing's gonna change, homie.
I don't like it.
Who is that right there?
Who?
Who is that?
Who?
Who is that? Hurry up. Who is that?
What are you talking about?
Who is that?
Why are you worried about it, homie?
No, I just love when we have new like potential members, homie.
Darkness flees from the light. Is that a compliment or a...
I know. I'm trying to see. Darkness flees from the light. Like, huh?
Tissa, are you real?
No, that's a real person for sure. I can tell by the name.
You can't.
No, by the name, because the fake people that have weird names
all the time, homie.
I guarantee you, Tissa is a real person.
I'm trying to figure out why you were so excited about who is that. Like you really wanted a lot of shit.
I've never seen this person ever.
Difference. Look at the light difference. I look better, homie. I damn near look like Tissa. Real shit. You'll fuck around. You'll hit.
What?
So
she'll hit?
Huh?
She'll hit?
Yeah. She'll want to hit.
I don't know what your bedroom. I ain't gonna tell what you be doing in there. I don't want to know. She'll hit though.
Now I see the light changed again. Anyway, Smitty, let's get into the poll question right out the gate before we get.
We ain't did the poll question yet.
We ain't done the poll question yet.
We ain't really did the show.
Yeah, they say you're married, so chill. So I don't know why they bring that up.
I'm just saying, people who I've never seen on the show, I like to show them love, highlight them, and hope that Tissa can become a member and join the Discord. I mean,
poll question, Smitty: will DeBoer make it through the season at Alabama? That's the question. Go.
No. He won't. I look at their schedule, homie. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
I pull it right here for you.
Pull it right here. Do it right now. Alabama football schedule, and I'm gonna tell you every game that they're about to lose, homie. I don't think he can really lose one more game, really, and that's the problem. So they already lost one in an embarrassing fashion, right? A game they should have won against Florida State. They're going to lose against Georgia. They're going to lose against Vandy again in the upset. They should beat Mizzou, but that's one of them weird games. Tennessee's going to beat them. South Carolina's going to beat them. LSU's going to beat them. I don't know if they're going to win eight or 9 games. It might be a 7-5 season this year for Bama. They look bad, Jason. Like, I'm not trying. I know we're stuck on Alabama. They don't look physical. They don't look fast. They don't look motivated. They don't look disciplined. This is not Alabama. If we just sat back, watch that game without having a title of Bama there or a logo there, we would have thought we were watching Northern Illinois, respectfully. They look bad, homie, at every area. So I don't know. Their best receivers dropping passes. Quarterback's not making plays. The D-line is not getting any pressure. They're getting beat up front. Corners are getting slacked. I don't know, homie. But to answer your question, no, he will not make it through. What will they do? Will this guy come back? That's the question. Is Nick Saban coming back? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. There's a couple names out there that you have to throw around. It's crazy to be throwing around another coach's job like this quickly. But we're gonna have AJ McCarron on next.
I'm not wishing for him to get fired. Just for clarity, I just don't think it's a lot of pressure and expectations there. You see what I'm saying?
I could see the president literally throwing $150 million at Saban.
How much?
$150 million.
They got that.
Why not?
How are they gonna pay for the players?
So give him $20 million a year and some crazy amount of money. He won't live through the contract.
Oh shit!
Not live. I don't mean live. Like he won't play it out.
Yeah,
because he'll retire before.
Right.
I could see him throwing some ridiculous amount of money. First of all, $70 million is not that much to Alabama.
Yeah, they'll figure
so
it out.
70 is a buyout. It's not 110 like fucking A&M had. This is 70 mil. They'll fucking pay that shit off like this, and I can see it happening. And you got John Gruden's name out there. You got a Dabo Swinney who's a GA under Saban who played at Alabama. That's two-time national champ. You got a Sark and a Lane Kiffin out there who have Alabama ties as coordinators who the fan bases love. The young, go-getter, energetic guy that kind of fits the swag. I love DeBoer. I think he's a great coach, but he really isn't a swagged out guy that Alabama has had. Like, even though Saban was an older dude, he had the swag of what? Winning.
He had an aura.
He had the swag of pulling up on a helicopter at your high school and everything stops. He had that.
Saban smooth. He got swag now.
Oh, no,
Saban
him
smooth. He walk in the room. It's
him
like
and Carroll both.
Yeah, it's different.
So I'm just telling you, there's some options is my point, and it's now 2 years removed. So the options are going to get better. Sark now will entertain it more. Say Dabo maybe will entertain it now. You got Lane will maybe now entertain it. Gruden sitting there. Like, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. We'll ask AJ, but I kind of agree with you. I'm kind of with you. I don't know if he makes it through the season, man. It's going to be interesting to hear from AJ.
I can't wait to talk to AJ because fit really does matter. Because, Kalen DeBoer is a good coach. It's not like I'm dissing him at all. It's tough to follow up Saban. And then I want to say this too, though. In defense to DeBoer, who's to say, and I know we're going to look at the history and just assume, but who's to say if Saban would have stuck around that the team would be so much better right now? Like, in his last year there, they were still good, but it wasn't the same just dominant Bama. Like, it was some tough wins. I think they had one or two losses that year. Like, it wasn't that same just AJ McCarron, Trent Richardson, that type of Alabama. And I don't know. Just in this era of transfer portal and NIL and money, I'm just curious to know if
they don't lose four games.
If they would be just exactly the same dominance with Saban.
They don't lose 4 games. What makes you ask that question? I'm just saying, there's a reason. When did he lose 4 games?
There's a reason that Saban retired, though.
It's not because of this. That's not because of losing, though.
Not because of losing, because he's seeing what's going on, and
why would
he knows he's not a good fit for this.
But why? It's like Coach.
Just
K.
like we just saw Belichick get his ass destroyed.
Like why Coach K left.
Exactly.
I've been telling you that, but that's not. He'll never lose 4 games. That's why I don't think so either. I don't get your questioning.
It's just a question, though.
He would lose 4 games once?
It's just a question, though.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying.
Like, we're assuming that Saban, if he coached for 10 more years, it would have been 10 more years of just dominance. So
I don't think he coached for 10 more years, but I'm just saying I don't see him losing or, Bailey, let's take one. I'll take a piss and get me a coffee.
Yeah, Pete.
I like Urban Meyer. I think Urban Meyer fits anywhere in the country. There's certain coaches that go anywhere in the country. Pete Carroll can go anywhere in the country. Urban Meyer can go anywhere in the country. Nick Saban go anywhere in the country. Even though Nick Saban's niche, in my opinion, is the South, he can still go anywhere in the country because he knows how to do it. I think Dabo can actually go anywhere in the country. There's other guys that just can't go anywhere in the country, like Lincoln Riley and those type of guys, to me, don't fit West Coast. They don't fit. They fit the South. They fit the Oklahomas. They fit those type of schools. I'm just telling you, it's a very fine line when it comes to coaching certain programs, period. Like Mike Price is a West Coast guy, goes to Alabama, and doesn't even make it through a titty bar. I mean, he didn't even coach. He got fired. He got fired because he went to a titty bar and used his college card. But anyway, he's a good friend of mine. But anyway, he got the head job at Alabama. He goes to
a titty bar?
That's Francione. Dennis Francione, had some success at A&M, goes to Alabama. It doesn't work out. Like, it just is what it is. It's a very different situation. So
what about your boy? You know I love football now. I go. Wouldn't that be like that'd be a crazy like?
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, he won LSU. Why can't he win at Bama?
Because
what's the difference?
He inherited a team that had a lot of great talent.
He inherited a team. Okay.
He was the kind of the guy, the recruiter on the staff, gets the head job, bought into that one. I mean, really, to be honest, like.
But it might be the
he doesn't have a head coach resume like overall. He's a natty, but he doesn't have an overall head coaching experience. It's just hard to say it. I love Ed. We're gonna get him on the show, but
don't even say it. I don't want to mess it up. I want
it's just head coach is different, homie. That's all I'm saying. Head coach is different. I mean, because we got females now coaching. I mean, that's what it is. We got female GMs. I mean, it's all kind of shit. Can't wait.
Let's go to a commercial break, baby. I know Jebby got to pee.
Have you seen the female at Cleveland Browns?
I know Jebby got to pee, and they got to fill up his coffee. Female? And then, we'll do that.
You seen
and
the female?
Right when we come back, I think we got AJ McCarron coming on the show, man. So
you seen this female right here?
But you got to hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Become a member right now.
You seen this?
Fuck.
What happened?
Nothing. I had to crack my neck.
My neck hurt too.
Yeah. Carrying the show. Quick commercial. We'll be back in 3 minutes. And we'll go from there.
Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking. Back at it on the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty, as we have a proud new sponsor. Valor is getting me excited. I am fucking hyped. This new drink. Fuck you doing, homie?
Yeah, my fault, man.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm sorry, man. That drive killed me, man. I'm exhausted. 2-hour drive.
Oh, you don't know why I'm excited and hyped already?
No,
I know it's 5 a.m, but goddamn, homie.
What's going on, homie?
We got this new sponsor. Valor.
Valor?
Hold on, man. You haven't had a Valor?
You ain't tell me about Valor.
You're that tired.
You ain't tell me about Valor.
Look at this.
I mean, the can looks dope. What is it?
Valor Energy, homie.
All right, well, let me try it real quick, man.
You want to fucking pick me up? Shit.
Does it really work?
What? Watch out, homie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Is that a bullshit?
It's instant energy, homie. It's instant energy, homie.
So you're hyped right now.
It's instant energy, homie. Oh,
cheers.
Cheers.
Valor.
Blueberries and cream, nitrogen infused.
No, berries and cream.
No, this
nitrogen
is my favorite. Blueberries and cream, my favorite flavor.
Berries and cream.
Blueberries. Matter of fact, I got another one over here. Orange cream infused, homie.
Wait up, there's 3 different colors?
3 right here. I heard it's more on the website.
Kelly, you like Valor?
You like it too, Kelly? The dogs like Valor. I wouldn't give it to the dog, but they probably would like it because its flavor is amazing. Blueberries and cream.
And you can mix it with tequila and vodka?
What's the website, homie? What's the website? We got to tell them to go to the website right now because I heard that they got even more than one flavor. Go to valorenergy.com right now and use promo code
Coach AB and get
20% off your first order.
Through the month of September. I encourage all our fans, our loyal fans, to post a picture with their Valor just like Smitty and I do and enter a sweepstakes. Our winner will guest host a show with Big Smitty and I.
You ain't gonna guest host the whole show, but we gonna bring you in and let you talk for about 5 to 6 minutes. I'm gonna be real with you. Tag Coach AB, tag Valor Energy, post a picture, hashtag, and we're gonna bring you on the show for a few minutes, man. Valor, VALR energy.com. I'm hyped up right now.
Look at these Valor t-shirts, merch. We got it. Woo-hoo. Look at that backside for me. Way more athletic. Way more athletic. Valor. Check it out. Coach AB, promo code 20% off right now. Peace.
Great coach at a great program and be a bad fit. Does this have Rich Rod to Michigan feel all over it?
Kinda. It kind of does. Listen, this is the Florida State on the regard. Yeah, you're right. It's actually like it's kind of a Rich Rod to Arizona to me, Phil. Because here's the issue. Good friend of mine went with them both places. He went from West Virginia to Michigan to Arizona. Tony Dews, who's now in the league coaching Derrick Henry, but he was like, "Listen, we never got out of the West Virginia success. We never got out of it, and we didn't belong at Michigan or Arizona. We were Southern draw guys." And we went out west. We went up to the north into the steel mill country, and then we went out west into the desert. Never fit in. Same with Sumlin out in Arizona.
Right.
And it's the same with DeBoer in Alabama. Some guys just don't fit certain places. SC's had that for how long now? To replace Pete Carroll, an LA guy. How long has it been since you figured it out? We don't know if it still has happened.
They still haven't.
So like I just don't. I agree. I agree with a lot of people out there that he doesn't belong in the SEC. Not everyone. He's a great coach. You can be a great coach, Smitty, and still not belong in certain places. Like it is what it is. Lane Kiffin's a pretty damn good coach. He didn't belong in SC. I'm just telling you, like,
really? He didn't belong in
nah. Even though he has more West Coast swag because he played at Fresno and he's been out here and he's followed his dad around. He still didn't belong at SC. He wasn't an SC guy.
You know what's alarming, Coach?
Guy, but he got shorted.
But, Coach, what's really alarming is some of the stuff that you're hearing, and again, it's on the internet, doesn't make it true, but there are some reports that DeBoer runs a much, much looser ship than Saban.
I'm sure.
It's not even I don't think you need to see a report to see it. I think you just watch the game.
You see the game. Okay.
Yeah, you see the game and watch it. There was a lot of alarming things. Number one, the lackluster loafs. And I'm just watching the game, counting them live, and I didn't do a show about it and break down how many loafs. I know, I think Orlovsky or somebody did a loaf thing. I saw 100 different loafs that I could probably break down that people won't even show up. Because I talk about tracking the ball. I talk about retrace. I'll talk about chase. I'll talk about 11 hats to the football. I didn't see Alabama have 11 hats to the football the whole entire night. And I seen people talk about there was 11 loafs. 11? I saw 11 loafs of play. Like, I'm just telling you, that is not Alabama, and that's why, you got a kid who's a very, very talented wide receiver who paints his nails in this whole skit. He walks in with a teddy bear or some shit.
Aww.
This is the generation of kid, man. I'm just telling you, Smitty.
Call something. This thing is popular. It's popular now. Somebody in the chat who's young, tell us the proper name for this teddy bear that's going on. I've been hearing.
Oh, you're talking about the actual bear. There's a name.
I think so. I think it's like an actual name.
I don't care if it's popular. I didn't see Michael Irvin and Jerry Rice walking in with Cabbage Patch Kids or the Furby. Come on.
Come on, man. I'm so
no, I'm not defending it.
I know you're not.
Baby. Come on.
I know you're not defending Smitty. Here's my point, though. My point, Smitty, is this. It goes right back to the fucking pronouns that we use on people, and if we mispronoun them, you mispronoun me. Now Smitty has to tell everybody that there's a name to this thing. Fuck out of here. How about there's a name to drop in a football? It's called a minus, motherfucker. You got a negative grade because he was horrible the other night, and I was getting text messages by D1 coaches, Smitty, that said maybe he shouldn't have did so many fucking TikTok dances all spring long. Now, I know Smitty's going to say, well, that doesn't have nothing to do with it. If he balled, nobody would say nothing.
Right.
But he didn't, and then he walks in double time with this teddy bear, and then he drops balls, and then he doesn't look anything like he did last year as a freshman.
Just say this in defense. If it feels like a Snoopy or a Bugs Bunny, I'd be like, okay.
A little different at least. Yeah. Right.
Now, a couple things here. Keep this in mind. It was about 50 weeks ago that Alabama beat Georgia in a thriller, and Bama was 4-0, and everyone thought DeBoer was greatest ever, and then Vanderbilt happened the very next week.
Yep.
Guys, do you know DeBoer's record is 5-5 in his last 10 games?
Yep.
Ooh.
Right, and more than one of those to unranked opponents, and I believe Saban was like 94-0 against unranked opponents from 2007 on. That's one of the most impressive stats in the history of sports. The other thing is talking about Ryan Williams. Do a breakdown of his last 7 or 8 games. He has not been all that productive.
He hasn't had a 100-yard game since that Georgia game.
Yeah.
Are we saying he was overhyped too soon?
I'm just saying that he had a great start and he has leveled off. And when people are saying him or Jeremiah Smith, I said all the time, no, it's Jeremiah. That's not even close. It was never close.
And
It
even
really
Jeremiah, if we're gonna go out some conversation, he was dropping a lot on them too early. I
He
get his
dropped
week
too early.
one.
He
Yeah.
dropped too early, but look, I actually think he's going to have a frustrating year unless Julian Sayin and Ryan Day together start saying, we got to push the ball downfield.
Like they really are bitches in the chat, homie.
He really be
They
mad
really
though.
be bitching like a bitch, though.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Keith Smith is like a bitch right now. Like
Oh,
the
listen.
brakes are too long. Bitch, you're a fat fuck. So what? Leave then, motherfucker. I'm so tired of you fucking. Hey, guess what? For everyone that leaves, I'll replace you. I promise you. So go ahead, motherfuckers. You fucking bitch ass motherfucker. That's all you want to do is bitch, homie.
Simmer
God
down,
damn.
Jake. Simmer down.
I'm tired of these bitch man.
I gotta calm you
motherfuckers.
down. I'm gonna start doing this when you
Fucking
hear.
Fat fucking nobody wobble body fucks.
Calm down.
God
calm
damn,
down. Calm
homie.
down.
You live in fucking Iowa, Keith.
Jason, calm down.
Hey, Keith, you live in Iowa. You have nothing else to do. You don't get no pussy. Your food is horrific. The bitches are garbage. You look like 70s porn stars walking around. You're in Moline. You're in Quad Cities. You have no life. You live in fucking Iowa. Stop. You need this show, you fat fuck. You will die without this show of high cholesterol. Are you shitting me? This show keeps you alive, you fat fuck. Gorgon, your motherfucking ass needs this show, homie. It don't need you. You got me fucked up. Motherfucker, I can find any retard to replace you. You
Oh,
fucking
my
shit
God.
me?
Oh my God.
I can find any fat fuck to replace
Jason,
you, Keith.
Jason,
Shit.
you spazzing out of control right now.
I'm good.
Take a deep breath, homie. Take a puff of your cigar and relax. See,
Anyway, moving on
when
amicably.
I'm in person, I'm gonna start just calming you down. I can't do it when I'm virtual. I'm in person. I gotta woosah you because you be having your
What?
moment where you lose control.
What happened?
You back normal now.
It was normal. Isn't it?
You're literally bipolar. That's okay. Like don't get mad about it. We all got our thing. As your boy, I gotta calm you down though. That was uncalled for, homie. Apologize to Gorgon.
No, I don't apologize.
Well, let's keep it going, homie. Everybody licking me and
Where
touching
we
me
at,
and
homie?
stuff.
I'm confused on the camera right
Click
now.
on the rundown.
I can't see nothing.
Go
Fuck.
to the top.
Hold on, Bailey. We're good, Bailey. Let me
Click on that and then scroll down a little bit.
All right, Bailey. AJ
Yeah.
McCarron will be here in a second. Watch out, guys. Move.
Well, everybody look at me. Like, what's going on? Everybody look at me. And
We're gonna get AJ's takes,
All these
Smitty. Let me
dogs.
ask something real quick though before AJ hops in. Can I ask you something?
who's gonna ask me? It depends.
When we know you for shit other than football, for shit other than catching the football, for shit other than throwing the football, for shit other than winning football games, there's a problem. Ryan Williams is known for right now as the guy who dropped multiple passes, who has his nails painted and carries a doll. Fact or cap? Right now, today. Like, that's what you know him for.
I was known from that.
Keep it real. Keep it real. Man.
No, the reason why you know his name though is because what? Because he had a big time year last year. Like I'm saying,
Well, first part of the year.
but
He ain't done shit,
if
really.
he was a nobody, we
I'm not
wouldn't
saying
even be paying
nobody.
attention. I know, but I'm saying if he was though, we wouldn't even be talking about him. There's probably bench players who paint their nails. We have no idea about it. But this guy actually makes plays, so the expectations were high.
He did. He did make plays. That's what I don't get.
Do you see that video from
From
so
what?
Dabo had like a little presser,
Brian Kelly?
and then Brian Kelly like went at him.
Some weird shit.
That was kind of weird, homie.
I didn't really see it yet.
You didn't see it?
No, but I know AJ wanted to talk about it.
Oh, we gonna say it for him there.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask something else real quick. Before AJ hops in. Where are we at with the whole Cleveland Browns organization right now?
Like in totality?
in totality, because the people that are talking for the organization has a lot of their fan base in uproar right now. I don't know if you heard about it.
I did not hear about it.
You didn't see it either?
Nope. I didn't see it. I mean, I saw some on Twitter, but I didn't click on it, so I haven't heard nothing.
You didn't click on what?
The Browns content.
Huh?
The Browns content. I didn't click on it.
I'm confused as to what's going on.
There's a lot going on, though. Like at the same time. I don't think AJ gonna drop.
Yeah, not yet. He's coming in.
He gonna come.
Let's show it, Bailey. I got to get a wind of this.
Yeah, it's actually a great question, Daryl. That's what makes our job fun and hard. I'd say I'd just go back to like the plan that we have in place for these guys when it comes to developing is acquiring as many valuable data points we can. Now we know these things take time. So what is that going to look like at the end of the year? I don't have a crystal ball to tell you, and I don't do well with hypotheticals, but I will say that every opportunity we will have to evaluate them, we will take. None of them is going to take, a back seat in how we plan and program for them with the reps that we have. And then from there, we'll see what the spring brings, and we'll evaluate all possibilities like we always do.
Hold on, what's the concept? I'm sorry, I missed the very, very, very beginning. Who are they talking about? The quarterback room? Hold on, I love what she said. Take time? Like, that's the highlight of the whole interview. Like, take time? Like, the tone of that? I can't explain it, but, like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like,
get them out of our faces, homie. Get them out. Stop. Is she Downsy?
I'm surprised that our guy Savvy hasn't did an impersonation on this shit.
Oh, he will. But
we got to send it to him. He'll do it like today.
Wait till we got the Bill Belichick girl, the one in the Paris cut. Homie.
Oh, for real?
Collaborate with. Is she Downsy?
I don't know what that means, but I mean, this is a regular woman who's I don't know what her exact role is with the team, but she's some level of coach. And
she's not regular. Have you heard her? She has a bad lisp, mispronounced. She's like I don't know, man. She doesn't.
I'm telling you right now,
it's
karma is a real thing, homie.
It is.
And you better stop talking about these people. You fuck around and something happen to your ass, and you end up not
something always happened to me.
Something happened in
always happens to me.
I'm not
luck's
listening at all.
Bad.
I'm just saying, but don't make it. Don't.
My luck's already bad.
Don't lean into it.
Yeah,
don't lean into the bad luck.
You gotta lean into it, or you'll tip over.
Into the bad luck.
Yeah,
like lean into it more.
Take it head on. I mean,
so you about to just go all in now.
You gotta own it.
You gotta own the bad luck.
Because if you go away from it, you get tipped over. You get hit in the side or the back. So here, real quick, the lisp or whatever she has is diabolical. Is that the word?
Yeah, I guess. Sure word.
I want to ask something real quick. What the fuck is she talking about?
Well, that's why I
and who listens to her? And who listens to her? Who really sits down and says, all right, let's listen to this broad? I had a talk yesterday with a broad, and I fucked a lot of bitches in my life. And I got to be real with you.
Past tense.
I have never had one piece of pussy, never in my life, tell me that she wanted to coach football, she wanted to play football, or be around football other than to watch it as she gawks me.
Those are the girls that you're messing with, though.
But that's the majority of real females, homie.
You act like you just fucked every girl in the world. Like,
it don't matter. Real females.
You fucked 70 girls in your whole life. You're 50. Cool. But like 70 real feminine, super feminine girls who don't like sports.
Thousands.
That don't mean that. I hope not. Your dick gonna fall off. Wilt Chamberlain, RIP. Anyway, my point is, no matter what your sample size of women that you fucked, that doesn't define women who actually want to be involved.
But I'm 100% so far though. At 50, I'm 100% for 100%. Like but it's a type of girl that you mess with. You don't mess with the tomboyish girls. Exactly.
Like, okay.
That's my point, Smitty.
Right,
why are you not understanding?
I understand that. So like you're selecting that. It's like that's like me going to like 50 Mexican restaurants and then saying I ain't never had no soul food before. Well, you chose the Mexican restaurant. You're choosing the real girly girls, nails, which is totally fine, which is cool. So I'm saying you haven't fucked somebody who's like into sports, who grew up with like that's not the people you went to.
Nobody wants to fuck with that.
That's fine though. That's my beef with you. That's not everything's not about the man.
No.
Everything's not about who we want to fuck.
No, it has to do with the game. Why can't you answer me?
The game is still good.
Homie, why can't you answer me the question, though?
It's not a problem.
Why?
It's not a problem.
Why do they want to be around our
Because they
spaces?
love the game.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They're fucking dykes, homie. They're dykes. They're lesbians.
Why you going personal? Why you going personal, though?
It's not personal.
You are.
That's what they are. They're lesbians.
That's a mature conversation with no shots.
Lesbians.
What they got? Why do you care who they fucking and sleeping with and who they eating and touching?
Because
that got nothing to do with nothing.
Because the only guys in girl spaces are gay. Let's keep it funky.
No, they not.
Homie, what man do you know in a woman's space that's not gay?
Gino's the greatest women's coach of all time at the college level.
Yeah.
That's a women's space, homie. He's the GOAT.
That's a sport.
So stop it.
Come on, spaces.
Stop
all
it.
spaces.
That's a woman's space.
Name me
space.
Name me a straight up woman MAC makeup guy that's a guy.
Homie, there's a ton of dudes who do makeup.
They're gay.
I don't know that.
They're gay.
How do you know so much about MAC makeup?
Because MAC makeup is my daughter's favorite.
I'm starting to be a little concerned about you, homie.
MAC makeup is my daughter's favorite.
I'm starting to be concerned about you, homie.
Jay Earn, when you talk, learn how to spell at least, motherfucker. God damn.
Can we get at the brass tacks? Because we got a true legend that just entered the show. A guy that's a winner, a guy that's a leader, a guy that's one of the greatest when you think about a legacy at the collegiate level.
Hold on.
You just cut me up.
Tissa, you got to hit me up, bro.
I don't think it's a real person.
Now it's not a real person. See what I'm saying? This is the most RACCIISS show out there. Racist show on planet Earth. Because you were a real girl, beautiful, unbelievable sister an hour ago. Now that you agree with me, you are not a real person, Tissa.
You don't get black women no more. You used to.
Tissa, hit me up.
Black women don't like you no more, homie.
Oh, sister love me.
They used to.
That's what old girl don't like.
They used to.
Old girl, the one that I called out, she don't like that. She don't like that, like black.
Can you stop bringing her name up?
I don't even know her name, homie.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, but anyway, we got a legend, Alabama legend, 3-time national champ.
That.
Go ahead, keep going because I interrupted you.
No, I don't want to do it no more.
But I want to do it. That's why, because white people.
All right.
White quarterback.
I love it.
You bring in T-Rich.
Okay. All right.
You
cool.
get it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That's how we work.
Cool.
So T-Rich, Smitty will bring in. I'll bring in, but you can bring in Shaun King.
Yeah. Everybody black, I'll bring in.
That turns totally racist show, though.
I mean, we're already there.
But anyway.
Sponsored by Valor.
Can't wait for Wednesday, man. I wake up every day. It's like, is it Wednesday yet? Because we got our main man, AJ McCarron, joining the show.
Yeah. What's good, AJ?
What up?
All right, man. Let's get to brass tacks. Should women coach football?
Oh, my God.
Hey, AJ's like, fuck, I lost a sponsor today.
Right. AJ know how to do this thing the right way, homie. You got to chill out.
Hey, AJ, let's dive into brass tacks. First of all, we talked offline. All right, let's dive into LSU before we get into Alabama. LSU, we had an interesting take yesterday. We want to dive into this LSU thing. Where are you at with this whole LSU team? Him and Dabo going at it. You know, I'm not sold. But I would love to hear your take because I know T-Rich used to come in here hot and heavy, like, all right, keep thinking we lost one game and now LSU's the team, or Bama or Georgia or Auburn. Where you at with this LSU team after one win?
Listen, for everybody, a lot of pundits around the country, everybody had Clemson as, a lot of them as their national championship favorite. So I've been saying this. One, I personally think Garrett Nussmeier is the best quarterback in the country, spinning the football. The way he throws with anticipation, the swagger he has about him. I don't think anybody else in the country plays that way. When you watch him throw the football with anticipation, like, you don't see that out of dudes nowadays. Dudes in college, and hell, it even goes over into the pros. Like, a lot of these kids have to see dudes open and then throw it to them. I think it's why we see so many quarterbacks struggle in the college game. But I was saying this offseason, if LSU can find a defense, they are going to be a dangerous team. And it looks like they found that defense. They put a ton of money into the portal before the rules changed with rev sharing on July 1st of this year. And they front-loaded this team in the offseason. to get the guys in the portal that they needed for they felt like they needed for defense, and this team looks for real. So I think LSU's a dangerous team.
Yeah, that big freak long tight end. They always Louisiana. You can find some big old freaks, man. I used to love recruiting that state. Let me ask you, quarterbacks of the weekend. Just overview real quick. I know the kid out of Wazoo came to Oklahoma. They didn't play anyone, but he looked really good. The kid at SC looked really good. The Wazoo kid, the Uso, was spinning it at Cal against Oregon State. Got to see that game on the West Coast late. Get to sit here and watch that game late. He looked really good. But we don't know the competition level. We don't get it on the national scale because of the time on the West. But where are you at overall with the QBs you saw? Obviously, Arch Manning we'll get into in the hype. But Klubnik, I thought, was disappointing. I didn't see a lot of great quarterback play. You alluded to it. I think Nuss probably, I know his pops well. I think Nuss played the best. Smitty agreed. Smitty picked him to play the best going into the game. He was right with that one. I don't know, man. Quarterback play to me is very, very skeptical at best. And I think that's because all the moving around. There's only 5 quarterbacks returning to a program that returned from playing last year. Everyone else is a portal kid. And this is not their first portal trade either. This is 4, 3. I just don't think development's ever going to happen like you and I played under. I just don't see it. And I think it's hurting the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Listen, that's just the day and age we're in. I mean, you look at Julian Sand from Ohio State. He was at Alabama, and then he's gone. Like, I mean, you're going to see so many kids in this day and age. And I know we'll get into Alabama, but I talked about it on our podcast with just when we were recruited and the nucleus that Coach Saban brought in, it was guys from Alabama, from the state of Alabama that – understood what an Alabama win on a Saturday meant, right, to the state and to the people here and to the areas where we grew up in poverty. Like, there wasn't shit to live for. There, people are struggling day in and day out to find food to put on the table at night. And the dudes from Alabama were the ones, the nucleus that drove that got that team going. Because it was something bigger than just playing for yourself. And this day and age in college football, everything's about self-gratification and what kind of stats can I get? And how much money am I going to make? And at the end of the year, if my stats are good, that means I can go to somebody else, whoever's offering me. So everything building up the whole entire season is about self-gratification and self-production. It's no longer about team. And during my time there, all we gave a shit about was winning, because we knew if we took our ass back home, if I came back to Mobile and we lost to Tennessee or we lost to LSU and we went to the barbershop, we were getting ragged.
Yeah.
Like people were talking shit to us. You got so many kids and it's a good thing as well, but Alabama has become such a national recruiting school that you think the kids at all times that are from DC or from Cali or from wherever, you think when they go home they're getting ragged about that, about losing to Tennessee or LSU?
Yeah.
No, when they go home back to their places, like people are like, hey, what kind of stats do you put up this year?
Right.
I agree.
Like it goes back to self-gratification. There's no longer a team-oriented, thought process to this whole deal. To go back to the original question, I thought John Mateer played well. Listen, they played Illinois State. You won't be able to see, and I kind of had an argument with my brother. Hey, we were talking about Austin Simmons from Ole Miss and John Mateer, and he was like, well, John Mateer played way better. And I said, well, name me the school. He said Illinois State. I said, all right, they're a Division I FCS school. And your dog in Georgia State, who finished, I think, second or third in the Sun Belt Conference, they're a Division I FBS school. And Austin Simmons looked pretty damn good. The kid can spin it. He has a ton of arm talent at Ole Miss. He's going to be a good one.
I trust Lane with Q's.
Yeah. And so the dudes like that you know are with QB guys and going to be in systems and can stay there, those are going to be the guys I think that end up surpassing everybody else, all these other kids that end up bouncing from year to year to different schools. So,
nah, no doubt. Let me ask you this. Do you agree or disagree with this take? Because I was talking to Smitty years ago about this recruiting thing. I've been telling people the number one reason, in my opinion, that kids leave schools are peer pressure. It's simply from what you just said. It's the peer pressure, social media aspect. That if AJ McCarron was a 5-star at Hoover, and Darnell Smith was a 5-star at Hoover, and you guys went separately on your ways. You went to Alabama, Smitty goes to LSU, but Smitty starts at LSU as a true freshman. You have to get redshirted by Nick Saban, which he did commonly. You enter the portal now, though, because all the homies on social media are like, what up, and AJ, you was the shit in high school. You're a 5-star, and you're not even playing. It's the peer pressure from social media, and over the last probably 5 years, that's the number one reason I see kids leaving schools. But nobody talks about it publicly. That's the number one reason, peer pressure. Like the social media aspect and going home to your people and saying, oh, you didn't even play, so you couldn't get the stats you just brought up.
100%. I mean, listen, I try to tell kids, even with the high school kids that I work with, and high school teams that I go and sit down with their coaching staffs and go over. My number one thing is stay your ass off social media. All right. The social media can be such a good avenue for you when you get to a certain point, or if you want to put certain things out, but everything now is about likes and how many likes can I get on a day-to-day basis, and how can I go viral, rather than just put your head down and work. It's another thing that frustrates me. I tell kids all the time, but I thought Gronk made a prime example of how fake social media was when it came to football. He had retired from New England. Tom wanted him signed in Tampa. And so Tampa says, hey, can he make a couple workout videos so we can see what type of shape he's in? And he tells the story of he went out in one day, and it was in a matter of 1 hour, and he ran a couple routes, shot it, and then he went and changed his outfit, and then went and did some more routes and made it seem like he went and worked out for 3 days. He did it in 1 hour. And Tampa was like, oh, yeah, he's good to go. We'll sign him. I'm like,
he looks good.
That lets you know how fake social media is, right? Like that Rob was smart enough to just outsmart these dudes. And that's an issue that I have, like with kids and social media when it comes to, I'm out here working. And it's like, dude, when are you're working when a camera's on you, but are you working when nobody else is looking at you? Woo! Like that's the part that I just don't understand about this day and age. And that's my biggest issue. And you hit the nail on the head when you talk about peer pressure.
Yeah. Before we dive into some hot takes, Joe Montana had on McAfee and some other things I want to get your take on. Smitty and I will dive into this thing. Why is it not an easy fit to take over a program like Alabama? I try to tell people they have yet to replace Pete Carroll here on the West Coast at SC. Those guys are just not, they don't fall off trees. AJ, Nick don't fall off trees. Bill Belichick don't fall off trees. You can argue Tom Brady left, so did Belichick, and New England hasn't replaced it, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to say. At the end of the day, the guy went to 9 Super Bowls, won 7. I just don't, or 6. I don't know why that is, but I want to get your perspective straight from the horse's mouth who played in that environment in Tuscaloosa. How is it a different place to coach, especially replacing the legend Nick Saban? Why has this been a struggle so far for DeBoer?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Tyler Siskey, who, he was my high school coach and ended up being a great recruiter and great coach in college for Ole Miss, and then us at Alabama, and doing his podcast. And he kind of hit the nail on the head when he said, the issue isn't we're so quick as a society to jump on, it's the coach's fault. And I started thinking about it, I'm like, damn, you're actually right. And speaking some truth here, because when you look at social media or you look at people, everything is, oh, well, the coach doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Well, do we think that the coach at Alabama got hired because he doesn't know how to coach?
Right.
Like, well, what world are we in? No, they went out and got a guy that knows how to coach, knows how to win, has won at every place he's been. At what point do we start putting it back on the kids to where, hey, the kids aren't focused. They aren't doing what they're coached to do. Like, we're not getting, you watch the Florida State game, we're not getting out schemed. Like, there's not dudes running butt ass naked, wide ass open down the field. It's just dudes not being in the right position on run fits, or not in the right gaps in the rush lanes and keeping containment. Or we're not passing off TEs in different games up front when they're only rushing forward. Like, that's the issue. It's not so much of, just us not knowing how to coach. My biggest thing with Alabama fans right now is you can't put everything on DeBoer. DeBoer's a great man, but you knew his demeanor when you hired him. Like, hopefully we did our research as a school and as a committee to where we knew his demeanor, that he was a relaxed. He's different. He's night and day from Saban. Right. We just got to find a way to where we get the kids start playing with a commitment of excellence and standard that we set back when I was there. And that's been the standard for all the teams after us. And that's the way the kids have played. And right now we got to find those dogs. It's, it just hasn't worked for whatever reason, but, I've talked to multiple players since the game on Saturday that are there right now, and they keep telling me it's going to be addressed. It's been addressed. It's going to get fixed. So we'll see. My biggest thing is I don't care who you play, and everybody talks about, oh, well, they're playing Louisiana Monroe this week. A faceless opponent. Who gives a shit who you play?
Yep.
Go out and do your job to the ability that you can, and do it how you're supposed to do. And do that week in and week out. And if you do that, we have enough talent. Hell, it's not like we're not recruiting the right players to come play. It's just they're not committed to doing that right now. They're worried about other things, and we got to get back to that standard.
So just real quick before Smitty dives in, there's a take, number 18, the white backer safety kid.
Bray Hubbard
that didn't chase down the play or kind of looked lackluster chasing it down when he broke through the line of scrimmage. Then there's a kid, all the social media things you just alluded to. Smitty talks about all the time. They could take a clip and show it, and it looks like this guy was out there with the headset on and his earbuds playing in the damn game. So warm up, they show a tackle kick step, and he's got his phone in his hand.
Caden Proctor.
All these things they're showing. How serious is that? Would it happen with Saban? Would it be addressed before it even happened, like in a warm-up situation? Are those things that are glaring that need to be addressed, or is this DeBoer, and he's a player's coach in that aspect, and that's who he is? Because I respect any head guy that does it his way. At the end of the day, the guy in this chair is the one that's going to be critiqued at the end of the day for wins and losses. Not Smitty as the assistant, not AJ as the assistant, not anybody else. Falls on him, so he has to do it his way, what his gut says also. Right. So I have no issue with the way he does it. But at the end of the day, who cares if you win? Everyone cares if you lose. So where are you at with all the things that you see on social media and the hoopla from all the melodramatics?
Yeah, listen, there's different ways to skin a cat. And I've been a part of different staffs where I go from Coach Saban in college to Coach Marvin Lewis in Cincinnati. It was night and day difference, right? Like Marv was a relaxed guy, players coach, kind of let you, I remember going out to my first day at practice in Cincinnati, and I'm like, hey, what do we wear? Because at Alabama, you wore the same shit. Everybody looked the same. Like you couldn't wear wristbands. You couldn't wear earrings and chains and shit. And then I go out to Cincinnati the first day, and it's like, dudes got on different color shorts. Shirts are different. I'm like, oh, shit, we can just wear whatever we want. Like, so it's like there's there's different mindsets.
Teddy bear, you got teddy bears, huh?
Yeah, my thing is that I don't care so much for you want to warm up pregame with headsets on.
Teddy bear.
Yeah, that's different. It is. It's different. I mean, we talked about it.
Avoiding it. Go ahead.
No, I mean, we talked about it last night. Like, I don't understand this day and age, and I love Ryan Williams. He's a great kid. He's from my area, but what I was disappointed in. Okay, and there's two kids on this. Or I say kids, but two men on this team that are from my area that I expected to be dogs and leaders for each side of the ball for Alabama. Ryan Williams on offense. I thought Ryan Williams, and I've said it multiple times. Other people have said it, come out and done interviews, but they don't want to call anybody out. I don't understand why we're in this day and age of not calling dudes out. Like, call them out. Hopefully, either it pisses him off and he plays better, or he doesn't know anything about it and he could care less, or he has an issue with me. Either way, hell, I just want him to play better because he's a better player than what he's shown. But Ryan Williams was non-existent in this game from a sense of they moved him around, tried to not just leave him outside so he doesn't get rolled coverage, so he doesn't get doubled at all times. They put him in the slot. He runs too high on his routes. I mean, he was running over routes, jogging, getting jammed by the nickel, having trouble getting over the linebackers and getting to certain windows. He looked slow. He did not look very good. So I challenge him to be better because not only he needs to play better, but he's that guy on offense that the team should be able to depend on. I mean, he wasn't even the best receiver out there. Jeremy Bernard was, and he was an absolute dog. So, and then the other one was Deontay Lawson. He's an All-American linebacker. I understand he's coming off an ACL tear last year, and I've went through that, and I understand, first game back, you're playing a little timid at times, but you've had enough time. You can't play timid. You're an All-American linebacker. You're the Mike linebacker for Alabama. You're supposed to be the top dog. I never in my life would have seen, C.J. Mosley, Dante Hightower, Rolando McClain playing that way to where three of those dudes, absolute dogs. And if shit would have been going bad, they would have found a way to fix it on the sideline to where they're getting in somebody's face and saying, hey, we're not playing up to our standard. We're going to fix it now. And I saw too much jogging and loafing from Deontay, and that's the disappointment for me. So hopefully, listen, those guys can fix this deal. Let's stay off fucking TikTok and carrying in animals to the games, stuffed animals.
I love it. One thing I want to say, though, before we kind of transition, though, and you kind of like defended, DeBoer a little bit, which I understand. Like, I like DeBoer too. Good coach, winning record, all that. But if you listen to everything you just listed, you talk about effort on the field, you talk about lows, you talk about setting the edge, you talk about gap setting, you talk about – these are things to me that goes back to coaching and setting a tone in practice and in spring and in camp where it's like, no, like I respect my head coach so much – to where, like, I'm not going to make that mistake. And, like, almost to a point where –
Fear of failure.
Yeah, fear of failure. Exactly what I was going to say. Like, I'm sure you guys had such a fear of failure for Saban. Not fear in the sense of, like, I'm scared of, but just like, you respect him so much where it's like, I'm going to do my fucking job. I might not win every single play as a D lineman. I'm gonna get beat sometimes. I'm going to get double teams, but I'm going to be in my spot. I'm going to be in my gap. I'm going to set the edge. Effort is something that even if you fuck up, you can always show effort. So those are things that I'm seeing, as you alluded to, where I just go back to coaching. And again, I just question, like, how much attention to detail is he really putting on them? Is he being too much of their friend? Again, I don't know. I'm not there. These are just the questions that comes when you watch that performance. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. No, I mean, I completely understand. I'd ask you this. Listen, I've watched the seasons multiple times, but – Coach JB on Netflix. And him screaming at the D-line like, we can't fill our fucking gaps. What's the issue? Like, why is he jogging, coach? Like, right. And I've also seen JB in practice run his team 1,000 sprints, right? And coach them to sprint your fat ass to the ball. Right. So
start behind the line, finish through the line.
Right. There's only so much you can do. The issue is, and how I would spin it is, there's no fear of the bench.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that's the issue. Is
why is that? The portal or money?
Portal, money. I think it's all of it. I think dudes have no fear of, I'm getting paid this. They ain't putting my ass on the bench. There's no fear of the bench. Hey, come here. Go sit your ass on the bench. You don't want to play and give the effort and the way we've coached and how you've shown in practice, and now we put your ass out on the field, and now you don't want to do it, go ahead, go take a seat. You can sit there for as long as you want until you start caring. We'll put you back on special teams, see if you start back that way, see if you earn your stripes again. We'll see if you do it in practice on every play, and then if you do, we'll slowly, and then if you show it, you'll go right back to the bench. All right? There's no fear of the bench anymore. When
AJ,
we were playing,
how hard is it, not to cut you off, how hard is that to do as a coach, though, when they can just – AJ McCarron cusses out the quarterback and he goes and enters the portal?
No, I mean, it's extremely tough, but it's to a sense of do you think Coach Saban cared? I mean, hell, he'll lose, but he'll lose with the guys. I mean, I've heard you say it a ton on the show. I'll lose every game, but I'm gonna lose with the guys that I want to lose with, guys that I know that will give me the effort that we need, right? Yep. So, listen, and that's easy to say, hard to do, right? Because of the day and age we're in. Because if you lose some games, hell, Alabama loses one game to start the year.
World's over.
Everybody's calling for DeBoer to be fired with a $70 million buyout.
Yeah,
I mean, ain't nobody going to put up the money to go buy that contract out, right? But I mean, it is an issue. But I think it's something that you got to be willing to, as a head coach, say, hey, if I get fired, at least I'll get fired with the dudes that are giving me full effort and playing the way I want to play, rather than playing these dudes that are getting paid and don't really care.
Yeah, it's such a fine line now. I couldn't imagine coaching these youngsters now. Like, that's the problem. But you got to do it your way, though. And you got to do it comfortably in your environment, the way you are. Like, DeBoer, I think, is out of his comfort zone trying to be himself in an unfamiliar territory. Like, he's in an unfamiliar territory trying to be who he is. Like, in Seattle, Washington, oh, fuck. That's what that city is. It's a whole nother ball game. Now in Alabama, it's like you walk on eggshells, your assholes pucker up. It's a little bit more serious here. Like, you're replacing a guy that's, Bear Bryant-esque. Like, this ain't no easy task. And I give him a lot of credit for taking the job, number one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Number two, in this era, man, it's just a tough thing. He's going to be scrutinized. He's like John Wooden being replaced. He's replacing John Wooden in basketball. It's just a no-win situation, in my opinion, which is unfortunate for coaches. But at the end of the day, with these cell phones now, everything's going to be scrutinized, even magnified times 10. So I don't know. I don't wish to be in those shoes right now. So it is what it is. But great point. Let me ask you something real quick on this take with quarterbacks. Joe Montana, he went on McAfee and basically called out the NFL quarterbacks, his top 4 or whatever, and did not have Mahomes on it. Take a look real quick and then break.
You were general manager, head coach today. Pick the top 3 quarterbacks you want to start your franchise with, and why.
I like this.
And not Brock Purdy. You can't take Brock.
Boom. Okay, Brock is your number 1 pick. We know that.
Yep.
So you love Brock Purdy. You love Brock Purdy.
Yeah. I'm taking the guy in Buffalo.
Okay, Josh Allen.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Josh. The guy that surprised me that I thought would, obviously, Joe Burrow's another guy I like a lot.
Okay.
And believe it or not, I like the guy with the Chargers. Just It's all, yeah, just Herbert. I think they've kind of gone by the wayside there, but I don't know. I just like the way those three guys are.
BA, how do you feel about his top
I do also like the guy in Philly though. I won't get
Jalen Hurts. Okay. Just won a Super Bowl.
I love that.
He had the one brother in there. It's all white.
He real cool. I interviewed him.
All right, AJ. No Mahomes.
Yeah. I think his top two would be my, in no particular order, would be my guys though, that I would have in my top three. I've played with both. They're both super smart from a sense of they do a lot more at the line and reading fronts to reading coverages. There's a ton that goes into both of those offenses. Being a part of Buffalo's offense and then being back in Cincinnati with Zach Taylor, I know what goes into those offenses and how much they put on you at the line of scrimmage. Both extremely smart players and unbelievable talents on the field. I like Herbert. Herbert has a ton of talent. He hasn't been surrounded with a ton of talent around him. I think Harbaugh fixes that, and we'll get the right guys there to help him out. Listen, for me, I still love watching Pat Mahomes. And one thing that I love about Pat is the ability to change arm angles at all times. And it reminds me a little bit of Brett Favre. I think what made Brett Favre such a special dude to watch, and that was my favorite growing up, was the passion he played with. Now, Pat doesn't play with the same passion. He's a lot more calm demeanor, but the ability to off-platform throws, change arm angles, get out of stuff where it's like, man, there's no way he's getting out of this, and still pull off a throw like that. That's the cool part to me. That would be my top three right now. Would be those. I understand it's a different offense, but listen, Andy Reid makes that offense go. Coach Andy Reid is an absolute genius. You look at damn near every quarterback he's been with, they've all played well. I don't care if it's Alex Smith, Pat, like
Jeff Garcia.
Yeah. Hell, even back in the field, Cobb.
Philly.
Cobb had his best days with Andy Reid. I kind of look at Andy Reid like the quarterbacks that go under Kyle Shanahan, right? Like, when's the last time you've seen a quarterback, especially in his first 2 years in that offense, in Kyle Shanahan's offense, play bad, right? Like, it's a very QB friendly system to where he's going to set you up just off the play call. I mean, it's just it's a very QB friendly offense, and he's an absolute genius.
Andy Reid got Michael Vick $100 million contract after jail. Yeah. So like, I mean, the guy is unbelievable.
He hates Mahomes, by the way. I'm sure you already know that, but I'm just
I don't hate him. I don't think he's I don't think he's special. I think I love the fact that he plays through
nuts and guts.
Nuts and guts. He wants to go out there. He doesn't bitch out and sit out when he gets a little toenail injury and shit. He's always played. I give him all that credit, and I pay it forward, and I pay him homage. Here's the thing: I don't think he's something we haven't seen though. Like, people say that he's something we have yet to see, and I'm like, he's not. Like, the offense to you, what you said is like they play lateral now. It's not like we're throwing into quarter coverage, anticipatory dig cuts off the outside backer and quarters drop. He's not doing any of that shit. He's throwing the ball right now, getting it out of his hands. They're running all kind of different things to me, window dress it. Like, that's just me. That's just what my eyes tell me. Now, I'm not saying he's not a freak with an arm talent and a crazy arm and all that. I'm not saying that.
You called him a gimmicky QB though.
Because I said that Andy Reid created a system that allows him to be gimmicky. That's what I said. And that's why the Kansas City Chiefs fans don't like it. And then it went back to Eric Bieniemy, who I grew up with, who I'm like, listen, fairness, Eric don't call plays.
No.
Like people, you know what I mean? So everyone, oh, is it? I'm like, come on, man. This is Andy Reid, but people don't like that shit. And then KCBD and the Chief fanboys in the chat, the Queendoms, they're like, listen, JB, he didn't say Joe Montana. Now Joe Montana's shitty. See what I mean? That's how these fans are. Joe Montana's shitty. Well, by the way, he never threw a pick or lost in a Super Bowl. Mahomes has been average at best in Super Bowls. So anyway, that's another story. That's just me, AJ. Hey, AJ.
You see how I deal with it?
Let Mahomes go to.
Ain't nobody good to JB. Everybody just
AJ, let Mahomes go to fucking Chicago.
Yeah.
People don't want to talk about that shit, though. But it is what it is. We'll move on amicably. Let's dive back into your wheelhouse.
Can we show the actual video? You brought up earlier about Dabo and Kelly, but we didn't show the video. Can we show the video real quick, Bailey, and then react to it? Oh, we ain't got it? We got it.
Make the first tackle. I mean, Wade's got the guy. He's got. I mean, I don't even know how his knee didn't go down, but he, without that run, I mean, like I said, the last 58 minutes is 2.8, and that is a physical group. It's a very smart quarterback.
He works out all the time,
and that is a back. So they're gonna be a problem, and they got some explosive dudes, and it was a hell of a game. It was a hell of a game down the last play, right out of the gate. It's like getting the final exam day one of class. They made a 65, we made a 58.
I thought he said nothing bad. Like, why was Kelly going in like that?
Neither one of us.
I haven't heard Kelly.
Hated him in the second half. So he's either a really good grader for, giving himself a 58, or he's a really hard grader on us, or he didn't see the second half, which that might be the case. He might not have wanted to see the second half. So, again, look, this is all like, past.
AJ, so what's going on here? Like, I didn't feel like Dabo really said anything like harsh.
Yeah.
Why did Kelly kind of take a shot like that?
That's SEC, huh?
Yeah, that's just. Hey, listen, I think Coach Brian Kelly needs, understands where he's at in Louisiana and Baton Rouge, and he's trying to bring a little fire to that team, and he understands that area, and if he doesn't win, listen, they're going to be calling for his head as well. It's just the way it is. So I think he's using a little bit of that of like, look, see, like kind of just taking words that weren't even said. Like, listen, he's going to go back to the team room. They said you didn't play worth the shit in the second half. I don't know what the fuck he's watching, like, just to get your team going.
Yeah.
But I mean, hell, I didn't hear anything. I like Dabo. I tell you, what's kind of crazy to me is when you look at it, everybody gave shit to Dabo during, those couple years when it started to change, and Dabo was like, well, I'm not going to the portal, and I'm going to do it my way. And it's kind of gone back to coaches are trying to get back to his way, right? Yep. Like they're trying to keep dudes in the system and actually create a team and a brotherhood, because they understand with this rev share now, there is no Wild Wild West as much, right? So teams kind of before July 1st going into this all season try to load their team up as much as possible in NIL because they knew it was the last hoorah of it. And I think the teams that are able, the organizations and the programs that are able to do it the way Dabo's done it, to where it's like, hey, we're going to get the right kids in that love Clemson, that want to be a part of Clemson, that want to be a part of this team, this brotherhood. I think it's starting to show. And listen, they both got great teams. I think both of those teams are playoff teams and are going to have a chance to win it all at the end of the year.
Yeah, I agree. I want to dive right back into Bama real quick. Their schedule, number one. We just broke down their schedule. Bailey has their schedule, I think.
Yep.
So listen, like this is how it works, and I'm just going off experience. You either come out and blow out ULM this weekend, or it's going to be a struggle for a couple quarters because they still don't know who they are. And I've had these scenarios like people, you're supposed to blow them out. Nah, it doesn't work that way when everyone puts their pants on the same way every morning and it's football and these guys want to show. So I don't expect like I'm just telling you, if it's not a blowout in the first two quarters, they're going to be put it for sale sign up and all this shit on DeBoer. it ain't going to happen overnight. I'm sorry. Like, some teams will win and they play a good team. Look at what Texas and Ohio State, both of them felt each other out, 21 points combined. Everyone thought it was an average game. Like, I'm just telling you, it's going to take some time for these guys. But their schedule's daunting.
It's brutal. Brutal in October. I mean, you go 5 weeks in a row without a bye. You're blessed to have a bye before Georgia. But Georgia, Vandy, a team that beat you last year, Missouri on the road is going to be tough. Then you got Tennessee, and then at South Carolina, like, before you get another bye. Listen, I said it before the season. I thought October, and I'm counting Georgia because it's the last weekend of September. I'm counting those 5 weeks in a row, the hardest part of their schedule. And that's an absolute gauntlet right there, especially in the SEC. I'll tell you an interesting fact about ULM. ULM, the last time they came to Alabama in 2007, they won. Saban's first year. They beat Alabama at Alabama. I believe it was possibly homecoming as well. So another interesting fact that people aren't talking about, Brian Vincent, the head coach for ULM, was at South Alabama. He was the offensive coordinator when Kane Womack, the D coordinator for South Alabama, who's now the D coordinator for Alabama, they were there together. You don't think they're going to know each other and what weaknesses? Like, so it's going to be it's going to be an interesting game. It's something to where you want Alabama to go out, play well, put up points, but it's one of those to where, you know, you could see a slugfest in the first two quarters, and then second half, you depth and athletes separate, but hopefully not, right? The thing that scared me about these games, right, that the only time I was ever nervous was when I was playing games like this, where these teams have nothing to lose. So all the film preparation that you could possibly do really doesn't mean shit, because they're throwing all that out the window, and they're going to bring you all types of looks you haven't seen on film because they have nothing to lose. When you're going to play Georgia, when you're going to play Tennessee and LSU, like, they were great at what they did. So you understood, okay, this is what they're going to do, and they're going to try to, you know, counter a little bit of what your weakness is, but you understood what they were doing. These games, it's not always a shoe-in on what they're going to do. So my biggest thing and message, you know, to our team would be go out and play to the standard that we set. Go play every play as hard as you can, and have this commitment to excellence, commitment to each other that you're going to leave it all out on the field. That you don't fucking care that it's ULM, it's a faceless opponent. Go play your style of ball, and then guess what? If we do that, we'll be successful. And just take this thing week by week. Don't worry about shit. Don't worry about me on social media or us and anybody else. Just put your head down, go to work. Stay off social media, go to work, and get this shit right.
I love that mindset, and that is the mindset that the whole team needs to have. I've got one more question for you. Yeah. I know you said it's a $70 million buyout, but can Kalen DeBoer, can he afford like an 8-4 season, like realistically? Is that right? Because like I can see them losing potentially, of course. Georgia, that's a losable game, is what I'm saying. But maybe Tennessee, that's a losable game.
No, 100%. Listen,
Carolina, them are all, you know what I'm saying? So like if they go 8-4. Are you? I don't know. I mean, you know more than me. Like, you feel confident that he's still around?
No, I mean, listen, it's tough. $70 million, that's a ton. So what people don't think about, right, is, all right, you got a $70 million buyout. Say they lose, and somebody's asked me, and I said, listen, if this team doesn't turn it around, they're not a different team from what I saw on Saturday. I could see them losing 5 to 6 games.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if Bailey pulls, I think
in this portal era, AJ, stream rolls real quick in that locker room, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And you'll see dudes just absolutely quit and then enter the portal as soon as possible. But I mean, you already got one in Florida State, Georgia, Missouri on the road's going to be tough. Tennessee's going to be tough. South Carolina's going to be tough. LSU's going to be tough. Oklahoma's going to be tough, and Auburn's going to be tough.
Rival game.
That's. I mean, you could, if you don't fix things, you could have 5 to 6 losses. Now, you're going to beat some teams because you just have better athletes, but if things don't get turned around, the issue that people aren't talking about, right, is $70 million buyout. Okay, say they have a bad year. You don't let him go into his third year. So that's $70 million that you got to pay to him, all right? Then you got to turn around, and everybody wants to throw out, and I love him, Coach Gruden. But guess what? What do you think Coach Gruden's going to be asking, or any other coach coming in there? $100 million. Okay, so now you got $170 million into 2 coaches. Then you got to hire. You got to give him another $25 million, $20 million for other coaches and your staff. So now we're 200, possibly 200, 190 to 200 million into this thing off of 2 coaching staffs in 1 year.
Yeah, that's a great
Florida State found out they paid Willie Taggart $22 million to leave.
Yep.
Arkansas paid Gus Malzahn $18 to leave. Like, it's not very easy, and A&M had to fork over that $100 million to pay one of Nick's good friends off, like Jimbo. So I agree with you. Let me ask you real quick, you and T Rich, your guys' show's going off. I love it. He made a comment, and basically he said,
it's going viral.
I literally seen an offensive lineman from Florida State rub their dick on somebody's head from Alabama while he was on the ground. Like, he pancaked him and rubbed his junk. Just letting him know you're going to get this all night long. That's the number one thing that I would assume AJ McCarron and T Rich and all you guys are looking for this game, like the tenacity and the nastiness to resurface, I would assume. Yep. Is it not? Like, you want to see, all right, listen, shit happens. Reggie White lifted Larry Allen off the ground with a forearm shiver, and Larry Allen's the strongest human I've ever met, and I grew up with the guy. But Reggie White threw him like a rag doll. It happens. Like, it is what it is. Is that what we're looking for, though, to change the mindset, the tenacity, the heart, the nuts and guts? I mean, is that something that you're looking at from Alabama?
100%. Like, I mean, that shit would have never happened during our time. It would have been, and I'm not saying getting personal fouls, but it would have been a quick jab to the nuts.
No doubt.
Get your ass off. Like, listen, I understand. I was probably going to get my ass whooped. If anybody ever wants to go look, but we're playing at Florida. We're both undefeated. I think it's the 5th game of the year. Derek Easley, who was a great D lineman for Florida, hits me on a screen as I throw it to Trent, drives me body weight into the ground. Well, he's on top of me. And I'm a shit talker, especially when I'm playing. And I'm like, damn, bitch, you going to lay on top of me the whole time? Well, he fucking and spits in my face. So what do? Like, I'm the only dude, and Trent talks about it. He's told this story multiple times. He gets tackled way down the field, and he turns around. I have taken my helmet off. I'm pointing to the loogie at the head ref. He's like, AJ, I got him for a personal foul, but I didn't see him do that. I'm like, well, fucking look. I'm like, it's right here. And then I realized, all right, well, you ain't going to call a flag. So I see Easley over going to Muschamp on the sideline. Fuck, I strap my shit back up and go over straight to him. It's me, Muschamp, and Easley in all of Florida. Like, I go straight over, bam, headbutt his ass. Like, and Easley was going to beat the shit out of me. But it's the fact of, like, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a mindset of.
And your team rode for you for that.
Yeah, they love that shit.
Yeah. and so that's the biggest thing is, like, when one of us got into it, we all got into it. Like, Dante Hightower had everybody's back. Rolando McClain had everybody's back. Like, it was a ride or die mindset. And that's the shit we got to see out of this team. It is get back to playing for each other. Stop with the self-gratification. Stop worrying about your own fucking stats, how many sacks you got or how many tackles for loss or catches did you get. Go hard every play for your brother. Saban, this will be my last thing. Saban used to always say, play like every play has a history and a life of its own, because you never know if that play is going to be the reason we won. What's the difference between winning and losing, right? Al Pacino said it best. Football is a game of inches, right? So that effort that you give on that play that, pushes them out at the 1 yard line, and the next play they're under center and they fumble, and now we recover the fumble. Like, that could be the end, right? So play every play to the end and just give effort and play for each other.
Hey, let me ask you something real quick as you leave today, and we can't thank you enough. We're going to have AJ McCarron on every Wednesday. We're going to get on the board. We're going to get on DV Sport. We're going to break down film. We got a long season to go. So shout out. Make sure you guys go subscribe to AJ T. Rich show over on YouTube, Twitter, and
the
Instagram.
Dynasty.
The Dynasty podcast, which is taking off. Love it. Let me ask you real quick, as we've had 6 combined national champs on today with this dude right here, Shaun King. And you're on, Shaun.
What's up?
Give him a warning.
6 national champs. I'm including your national championship. I don't know what you want to call that.
Hey, listen. If UCF can claim it, okay? The one thing I do love about the current setup, you get a chance to prove it. And there are some years, especially pre-NIL, pre-transfer portal, where there were some group of 5 teams that had the right group of seniors and the right amount of NFL caliber talent where we could have went toe-to-toe in one game with some of the big dogs. I do believe that for sure.
Yeah.
Hell, tell him, Shaun, Auburn just claimed like 8 or 9 national championships out of nowhere, huh?
Hey, I will say this. I was listening to the show. Great job, AJ. We're glad to have you part of the family.
Yes,
I would say this about DeBoer. I don't necessarily think people are focusing on what his real issue is. DeBoer's an offensive guy. He can't get quarterback fixed. His whole aura revolves around that offense being explosive, being dynamic, having an NFL caliber quarterback that can throw the ball to all 3 levels. He didn't have it in Milroe. Milroe's talented but inconsistent throwing it. I'm not going to evaluate Ty after one game, but Ty did play in 23 at USF, so we've seen a little bit of him. I don't know if Ty's the guy. To me, that's DeBoer's biggest issue. He got a fixed quarterback. If he gets the right quarterback and he's making plays, then that creates a certain kind of energy, and that kind of gets the fan base excited, and he can play football like he wants to play football because he's not a play great defense, run the ball, play field position, get the game to the 4th quarter guy. So I think his biggest issue is he's got a fixed quarterback. And I don't know what those 2 backups are like. I don't know what the competition was like from a competitive standpoint. But if he doesn't get that fixed, he's in trouble.
Yeah. My thing to that was when Ty started in South Florida, it was an absolute downpour. It was a monsoon the entire game. I can't evaluate off that. It's hard to evaluate off of this game. My mindset going into the Florida State game for Alabama was whether you want it or not, you got to be able, in the SEC especially, you got to be able to run the football. You got to establish a run. PFF had Alabama's O-line, the 2nd highest rated O-line in the country. Okay, well, if I have the 2nd highest rated O-line in the country, I better be able to run the fucking football. And in the first 2 series, we were getting pushed. I thought we had a good mixture of runs mixed in with some tempo, mixed in with some bootlegs, mixed in with, quick game, intermediate. And then we had a couple where it was play action. We took shots and they were successful. We hit Bernard deep on the side, on Florida State sideline on a deep corner that kind of rolled out, ended up looking like a bench route. But we got away from that after the first 2 series to where we didn't go back to a bootleg. We got away completely from quick game. You got to be able to run the football. Ty going into this game did not need to be a savior in my eyes. Like, you have an experienced defense with multiple All-Americans, with all SEC, preseason all SEC dudes on defense. That was your nucleus of this team, was supposedly the defense and the O-line. So if that's the case, any team that has that, you're going to play good defense. You gave up 31 points. You gave up 24 unanswered. So that went out the window. And then you had the second highest rated O-line in the country, and you couldn't run the football. I mean, you ran the football for 87 yards. Like, Todd took care of the football, had 2 touchdowns. Through it, I just felt like we got away from the game plan. And that goes back to, Coach Grubb. Ryan Grubb came in, that everybody gave shit to Nick Sheridan last year as the OC. But after the first 2 series, I didn't see a difference from the play calling from Nick Sheridan to Ryan Grubb, and everybody thought there was going to be a big difference. So
AJ, stop right there for a second. Now, I'm coaching Smitty and JB. I'm the quarterback coach at Alabama. JB, you're Ty Simpson. Smitty, you're the other guy. I just showed you the clip of what the national pundits are saying. This is no offense to AJ. Ty, that's bullshit. You missed 10 layups in this game. I didn't ask you to go win the game. What I asked you to do is when we got a clean pocket or you extend the play and the guy's open, throw him an accurate football. So that's what I'm telling the quarterback room. I'm not asking you to go out here and be a Heisman caliber quarterback. What I'm saying is do your damn job. Play when it's chaotic, you got to be calm. That's the one thing about Ty. Listen, that's why I put context on it. I'm not going to evaluate him after one game. It rained. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Doak Campbell, but boy, it's a tough environment to play in.
Tough, and it was storming.
But the quarterback got to make his layups.
Yeah.
The reason Ohio State beat Texas, Julian Sayin made his layups. He didn't do nothing spectacular. Arch Manning missed his. So I'm telling Ty, man, look, you earned the spot. You are a guy, but we expect you to make the plays when they're there to be made.
Oh, 100%. And listen, I've said it multiple times on my podcast and others that I've been on. I'm not giving excuses for Ty. I said Ty's got to be better. On the second drive, we get a bullshit false start call. We're in third and super long. We run a deep concept. We had double wings by tight ends. They bang and then go to the flat. He's got to learn to, hey, if my first guy isn't there, take the flat in that scenario, get 6 yards, and we're back in field goal range because we missed the field goal by 5 yards. So if you get 5-6 yards right there, now you're able to make the field goal. That's what he has to be better at in my eyes. JB knows this, and I mean, I'm sure y'all do too. As a D lineman, Smitty, when did you – there was nothing to think about. It's a prime example of why Michael Parsons got paid $47.5 million because when it's passing down situation or you're down in the game and all you got to do is pin these fucking ears back and go,
it's different.
That's what he's getting paid for. And that's the hardest time to play quarterback is when the defense knows you're throwing it, the coordinator knows you're throwing it, everybody in the stadium knows it's a pass. That's when it's tough. And that's why I say I put more on not the guy that's making his first true start in a tough-ass environment like Florida State where it was absolutely loud, it was pouring rain. I put it on dudes that were preseason All-Americans, Ryan Williams, Caden Proctor, like your second highest rated O-line in the country.
Oh, they're getting it, AJ.
Those dudes got to go play too.
They're getting it too, AJ. But I'm starting at the top.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I don't give credit to a lot of quarterbacks. JB will tell you this. Listen, you were a hell of a quarterback. You got labeled a game manager. But I watched your ability to stay calm when it was chaotic, to throw the ball under duress. You played in a system that didn't allow you to be elite.
Yeah.
You saw, like I always say this about Troy Aikman. Like I take shots like subliminally because statistically, I mean, he wasn't even a Ring of Honor guy for Dallas. But he ran the Cowboys system. That's what they were. AJ, you ran the Bama system. In today's game, listen, man, to whom much is given, much is required. Damn it, we got to start holding these quarterbacks accountable. They're not going to get better. It's easy to find the crutch. I'm telling Ryan Williams, don't paint your fucking fingernails again until you have 100 yards receiving. Point blank, period. I mean, if you want to be this eclectic, Dennis Rodman type, then guess what? Dennis Rodman led the NBA in rebounds. Damn it. Now, if you want to be individualistic, then goddamn, you better produce individually. Otherwise, let's buy into what the team's doing. Like, it's time we stop being soft with these guys. And AJ, my only advice would be you're not talking to a bunch of football experts out here. You got the Sabrinas out here who think they know everything. So you kind of sounded like a Ty-sexual for a second. Because like a Shedeur sexual, if you say anything but exactly what Shedeur did wrong, then they're going to cap for the rest of the year that it's not his fault. The O-lineman ain't on the team. He ain't got nobody playing around him. Like, we got to attack the head of the snake. And I love Ty Simpson. Obviously, I trust Kalen DeBoer and his quarterback evaluation. But the only way for Ty Simpson to get better is for respected Alabama alums to come out and say, that wasn't good enough. Take away all the things you couldn't control. Let's just evaluate the stuff you could control. You were a C player at best.
Oh, yeah. I 100% agree. And listen, that's why I said, like, I'm not making excuses for Ty, but my mindset, all I can do is evaluate off this first game. And my mindset for him going into the first game was your job is not to win it. Make the plays you're supposed to make, but don't go in and cost the team. Don't lose the game. I felt like he did that. Now, as the season goes on, this week coming up, ULM, then Wisconsin, and then Georgia. All right, now it's time to go. Now you gotta go make plays on a regular basis, and then there's more evaluation. Just going into this first game, I was looking for more dudes that have played a lot more games and have that experience to step up and make the plays for him. But people don't realize Ty was a 5-star quarterback as well. He was the number 2 dual threat QB coming out in high school, and that's not saying this is not a knock on Keelan Russell, right? Keelan Russell, the highest rated quarterback, but anybody you've talked to, there is a gap in between those two and between Austin Mack, who's second on the depth chart, and Keelan. Keelan's just not ready right now from a scheme standpoint, knowing the ins and outs of the offense, being able to get out of checks and understand, process everything. He's just not ready right now. That's not a knock on him and saying, oh, he's not any good. No, he's just not ready right now. In the future, it's going to be he's going to have his chance. But right now, Ty's the best you got. You better learn to win with him and work with it.
Shaun, who pissed in your cereal last night? You came out here just going in.
I finally got like 2 guys that know quarterback play, and I don't got to listen to you bloviate and support, these
real quick, Shaun.
Alternate lifestyles out here that be trying to make football opinions, and you be trying to back them up.
I'll respond to that here in the shorty. Let's let AJ go. AJ been here for like an hour. AJ, we appreciate you, my guy.
Always.
Much love.
Go follow his podcast. We're going to see you next Wednesday. And thanks you, AJ.
Yes, sir.
AJ, when is your show on?
It comes out every Tuesday morning at 6 a.m.
Oh, so just once a week. Are you guys going to go twice?
We're trying to. We're trying to talk to producers and get it. But right now, just once a week on Tuesday.
I gotta get T Rich on one day.
Get his ass over here.
I gotta fuck with him one day. Man, I love you on here, man. I can't wait to have you all year long. Appreciate you joining in.
Sir.
And we'll get on the board one day. I just had to bring Shaun in to introduce him. He wanted to talk to you. So
hell yeah.
We have to have the combination of quarterbacks because Smitty is a D lineman. So awesome. Yeah. And Smitty knows what a 3 technique is, AJ.
I hate quarterbacks.
AJ, much love, bro. See you Wednesday.
Appreciate y'all.
Peace. All right, Shaun.
Listen, we got you for the full hour. You came on a little earlier. We're going to do a real super duper quick 2-minute commercial. Go straight to your intro, bring you in the right way, and you on the rest of the show. He got a piss. The dogs are harassing right now.
I get defensive when you use your hands like that. Just talking to the mic, dog. You ain't got to, do all the other stuff. Makes me nervous.
We got beef, Shaun?
No, we ain't got beef.
Make you nervous? We brothers. You should know how we, you know what I mean? You shouldn't be nervous.
Your brother ain't never walk in the room and you get a little antsy like he up to something.
We'll be back in 3.
Hey, why your dog like loving me right now? Like,
hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who is He spoke to every single NCAA college football 2025 team seemingly on the internet. From Last Chance U, national champion, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
What's up, gentlemen?
Coach, just great car, great stick. Thank you for pulling off to the side of the road. Hope you don't get killed here. Honestly, the side of the road, LA, I assume, that's not necessarily the safest place on earth. So we'll make this quick. How do you feel about all of these new coaches now in this NCAA college football 2025 game using your speeches to motivate these boys from one side of the country to the other, Coach?
I feel broke.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Can I get like a royalty or something? Like, Netflix already screwed me. I'm getting screwed by EA Sports now too? Like, holy shit. I hit him up. I reached out to him like, hey, trying to be cordial and nice. I'm a nice guy, you know me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, EA Sports, maybe I can actually be your video guy, the actual do a real video instead of using my name, image, and likeness.
Oh, shit.
And maybe I can get a little piece of the pie, but nah, it's all right. Just keep sharing my 500 million views of it.
I don't mean to laugh at you, but obviously you are a hilarious, miserable person, and this is kind of is how it goes.
Hey, Pat, I was actually chilling. My back went out yesterday, so I didn't even do my show today. So I just left my chiropractor, and I'm waiting on this damn cigar company to open. They're late, of course. I mean, come on.
Shit. Okay, so life is good. Last question for me, because I know the last time we talked to you, you had not watched the Netflix series Last Chance U. You said that. You said, I've not watched it, but obviously you've heard from everybody. Now, do you see some clips that come across your way? You're like, I don't remember saying that. And then all of a sudden, I killed that. And do you judge your clips whenever you see them? You're like, I murdered that one.
Nah. A broad came over to the house the other day, and I didn't really want to watch Netflix with her and chill. But she wanted to watch the show. We watched one episode.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can't watch this.
Okay.
And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It was the first scene of the cow scene or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, they only made about $4 billion off my name on this shit. I'm not watching Netflix either. So I'm spiteful right now, Pat. I don't want to watch Netflix. I don't want to watch EA Sports video game. I'm like, man, and I can't even get 40,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Well, you're going to the moon. We appreciate the hell out of you, Coach. Hopefully it'll get figured out, and we know the Netflix and chill thing, what that leads to. Bad backs, chiropractors. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
Yeah. We're in the building. We had Gino Torretta, two-time national champ, Heisman winner. You, Super Bowl champ, national champ. Kinda. And then AJ McCarron, three-time national champ. Pretty damn near big show.
Yeah, man. I mean, we blowing up, dog. I say we because it's a family.
I know you can sing, Shaun. You got a little vocal to you.
Yeah, I can fool you for 30 seconds.
Okay, that's all you need to start. Half the time.
Yeah. And then somebody that comes up that can really do it. Like, yeah, I got to go on background after that.
That's usually how it is.
Whoever comment just said I look like I dressed at Nordstrom's rack. Like, time and a place, homie. Catch these hands.
Exactly, man. But let's dive to this rundown.
I do go to Nordstrom Rack though.
You do?
For shoes.
Yeah, got some cool little dress shoes.
No, they got.
I wear 14s. I wear 14s.
Me too.
I
Me
never
too.
just shop online.
Nah, Nordstrom Rack has all our sizes, homie. Nordstrom Rack. That's why I go to Nordstrom Rack. They got fire shit on size.
What type of shoe? Like thong flops?
No, they got real shit. They got J's, all kind of shit there.
You wear thong flops.
Homie.
I gotta try it out there because I stopped going places because I got so frustrated with nobody has 14s. Like if you go to Dillard's or Saks or anywhere like that, like they ain't got nothing look like a 14 in the whole shoe department.
Now you got to go to Nordstrom Rack. I'm real shit. I don't get nothing else. They don't have nothing else that fit us but the shoes.
I wouldn't trust it. He doesn't leave the house. When last time you been to Nordstrom? Don't lie.
Nordstrom Rack.
When last time you been there?
I go maybe once a month.
I'm a DXL.
There's one right by my boat slip.
I know, but you don't never go there.
I do go, and there's one over here I go to, and there's one right here I go to.
This shirt is from DXL. I'm a DXL guy.
I'm a DXL guy.
guy. Then I order online.
I go to Zara and to H&M.
And I'm also a Magnum double XL guy.
Yeah, you automatically know like if they got the 14s or not.
I'm a Magnum double XL guy. I don't wear rubbers no more, but I'm a Magnum double XL.
You don't wear rubbers? You're a single man out in the streets.
Yeah, I don't like rubbers take all the filling away. But let's dive into it. Paul, we got
he common law married.
This boy gonna be diseased.
He common law married.
What that mean?
If a woman stay at your house 10 or more days in California, you're commonly like married. So he's
they'll squatters will take your house. So, I mean, California fucked up right now. All right. Speaking of the prime sexuals, let's talk about this whole prime. Deion Sanders doubles down on the decision to not take timeouts. Take a look.
Can improve there going forward.
Okay, let's just get the cat out the bag. All right, first down, we throw a lateral pass, right? We lose 4 or 5 yards. Do you call timeout there? No, you're right there. You don't call timeout there. You got to go. You got to go. So you're running tempo, right? So the next play, what you gain, I guess 14 yards, whatever. Now you got 3rd and 1, right? Do you call timeout there? 3rd and 1. You get the first down. Clock stops, correct? So you get the first down, the clock stopped. Okay, he scrambled play, he ran out of bounds, the clock stopped, right? Now we throw the ball out the end zone, clock stopped, right? So when was the time to call timeout?
I was just asking about this.
I'm just getting the elephant out the room, Darnell. You know what you want to say. I'm just trying to help you help me.
I wasn't asking more about the timeouts, more just about like the capabilities of the offense and kind of how you guys can use this. I would say better in this kind of situation.
Well, everything has its purpose, man. Sometimes it just don't go like it's supposed to go.
At least right there, you. Shaun King, what's your reaction?
The worst thing for Deion,
right here, I'll call him for sure,
is that he has such a weak media that covers Colorado. A media that's afraid to challenge him when he's wrong, that's afraid to lose access by telling the truth. Because the follow-up question to me for a journalist that their job doesn't depend on Deion liking them would have been, well, if you shouldn't have called a timeout after the first yard loss, here's what the time was when that guy was tackled. Here's what the time was when the next play was snapped. So either you haven't practiced situationally being in this hurry up type of situation enough, or you should have used a timeout because the execution was poor. If you go back again so we know exact, if we can, be to the first play of this clip. It's 107. Yeah, he gets tackled. Now, when's the next play get snapped? Because if I remember right, this is where the time went off the clock.
Right.
When does the next play get snapped?
Let's see. Tick, tock, tick.
You see what I'm saying? In a game where you need a touchdown, not a field goal, this is valuable time. You know, that play, he got tackled at 105. Now this ball doesn't get snapped till 45. So it's 20 seconds that went off the clock there. You ended up not using the timeouts and going to the locker room with them. If taking a timeout there saves you 20 seconds, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think, Shaun, not to cut you off, I think that was the point to use the timeout. He has arguments right here. I get it. He got out of bounds and stop. You thought I get all that. But that first play, you got to call it right there. Yeah.
Absolutely, because you lost 20 seconds of real game time.
Right. So,
and to me, it would have been better if he would have said, in hindsight, I should have took the timeout, not because situationally, just because it was taking us so long to get lined up. Next play, call, ball snapped.
Right.
But Deion is so afraid to publicly be wrong that he gonna find a way to shape it so it look like he right.
Here's the problem. To piggyback, the problem is when
You got the same skill.
guys like you, myself, if Matt goes against them that day or that week, there is a huge fucking hatred to go against the grain and Deion Sanders. So the number one thing is if you can't call him out either. So the millions of people that want to call him out who are scared too goes back to the weak media that you just mentioned. Because if it was real, they would actually be a lot more people coming out saying, hey, man, you really haven't won any meaningful game. You lost 2 bowl games in college. You lost the bowl game last year. No one says that shit but us. That's the problem. So there's a lot of things adding up. But when you go against the grain, then you get the chat sexuals and the prime sexuals that are in the chat sexuals. And they grow in and they say, oh, you can't talk about Deion Sanders. He has a health issue. He's prime. He's the number 1 DB of all time. 2 things can be true in this instance. You can be a great player, but not a great coach. It just is what it is.
Be true. That's why this is the realest show on planet Earth, baby.
Listen, I love Deion Sanders, but as a coach, he has not shown me that he is a good or even great or even a good coach yet. And that's why I wanted to see him year 3 this year. I want to see the maturation process. Unfortunately, though, his health didn't allow him to be in the most critical time of the year, which was winter to spring. He missed, which is what we saw in that game right there, because you can't tell me that that's not a part of the coaching aspect that we manage and work on game management during that era. Or you're telling me that we're living in such a mercenary era, Shaun, that we'll never have time because we're rotating new players and we're just like, fuck it. We're not even going to work 2-minute, 4-minute special teams because we got an all new team in the summer anyway. Like, I'm telling you, that's a thing that I think is really maybe happening out here. And I think we're doomed, man. I was going to butt in on AJ and tell him AJ had me having the goosebumps on bringing football back and all this shit. But then I'm like, I think we're doomed, man. I don't think you can coach hard anymore. I don't think you can really demand number 18 for Alabama to chase the ball down no more. Because if he is an All-American and you cuss his ass out or put him on the bench, he's in the portal. I think we're doomed.
Though,
no,
right?
I'm with you. I'm just saying I think we're doomed because but Shaun and I and you and maybe AJ and guys like that would bench you. But the majority of these guys will not bench you.
Here's why I'm pulling for Dabo so hard this year. Dabo's the only guy that resisted the pendulum switch.
Yeah.
I mean, these all Clemson recruited kids for the most part. I mean, he's the only one that pushed back and said, you know what, you ain't got to do it that way. You just got to find the right kids.
Right.
And you know what? A lot of teams don't want to do the right thing because it's extremely difficult and they're not good at it. It's much easier for them to go and look at Toledo's tape and say, you know what, Coach, Toledo got a guard that they can't afford to keep. Look at USC. USC gave their starting quarterback $250,000 to come back up. And he left UNLV as the starter to go back up at USC. He believed in himself. He rolled, buddy. Hey, yeah, he's starting now, and he's not getting talked about. I can't pronounce that. How you say his name, JB?
Malavai.
Or something.
Hey, he's one of my top 5 quarterbacks in the country. The kid is really good. But it's easier for SC to look around who's got good quarterbacks. Let's go get one. I, for the life of me, have no idea what Kirby Smart quarterback evaluation process is like. But for him to have Stockton as his starting quarterback in this kind of environment is damn near a felony offense.
Tough white dude, though. Country white dude, loves the game of football.
Everything about him is great until it comes time to make throws.
Let me ask you something. Hey, AJ texted me and mentioned something. We got these GMs now in college football. We got GMs.
There we go.
AJ mentioned he's been on staffs where there's just a clock manager. I had the same thing. I had a 2-point play guy, when to go for 2, when not to, based on the score. I had a card that I created that you bring me that motherfucker. I want to make sure that I'm on, you know what I mean? We also have a time manager guy, right? We got guys running up and down the thing like, hey, boom, timeouts needed here, timeouts needed there, 2-minute, 4-minute scenario, whatever, 6-minute, whatever. Do you think Deion, for the fact that he was injured or health-wise and all that thing, maybe needs to go that route and get into a time management guy? Or is it just too fast, one game, let's move on?
I think he needs to do it, but for a reason that most people wouldn't, in my opinion, think about. He's a defensive player by nature.
Yep.
Defensive guys don't really get involved with clock management, timeout, that kind of stuff. They look at the game from a different prism. So because of that, if I was Prime, Pat Shermer, Pat Shermer been in the game damn near long as Deion been alive. Pat Shermer been coaching a long time.
Yep.
Like, he should have that autonomy, in my opinion, but he's calling the plays. So I can see how you can, but my thing was this. I can always tell how much time you put in a 2-minute offense by what your first play of 2-minute is. And to throw a bubble screen they threw? 2 minutes should start with the safest thing you got in your quick game. We can get a positive play. And for a while. I'm not a big proponent of receivers late in games having to block protected screens, which is what a bubble screen is. You're dependent on the outside receiver. First of all, you're dependent on out-leveraging the apex player, and then you're dependent on the outside receiver to win a block for that play to be successful. 90%.
I think we're so embedded on appeasing the player. Like, we're so worried about making the player happy and comfortable that we've lost sight of football and when it comes to the quarterback position. And I mean this by this late in games. We don't throw in breaking routes anymore for the most part. Everything's lateral. Everything's off outside zone, pin and pull, RPO to get out backside backers to flow so we can throw it. I texted Smitty and Bailey in that first drive North Carolina made because I know their OC and I know their wideout coach very well. So do you, Garrett McGee. And they're running reverse RPO, which I used to run for some time, which it's backside. So you're here with your eyes and then flip the hip and throw the backside RPO. And I told Smitty and them, I go, now we're talking. Now that's some real shit. We're going against the grain. We're actually complex in our RPO game. And they score right away. And I'm like, oh, shit. They were well coached. They look, you know what I mean? And then Jimmy's and Joe's happen after that. But we're so much on everything action going away, throwing back, where we don't have same side action RPOs anymore. We don't do it. And I think we're taking away from the coaching aspect. Like, we need to do both because everything's so lateral, Shaun, that we're just accustomed to throwing a fucking bubble with a minute left now. And where's the dig cut? Where's the comeback? Where's the comeback at? The 18 to 15, throw it to the sideline, low, get out of bounds. I'm just telling you, dog. We're
get a completion has become throw some form of a screen.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Garrett said UNC. Garrett said UNC.
Yeah, Garrett's at North Carolina.
Shaun,
he told me personally, by the way. He told me personally because Lombo wouldn't let him come on yet. He told me personally because he texts me all the time. I'm going to text him right now. He's like, JB, I've never learned more about shit that I never knew existed in football than I have this year. And he's been coaching. He's been a head coach, UAB. You know, Garrett's been all over. Coach, recruited Lamar, recruited AR5, been around a long time. He's like, the shit that Belichick teaches us in meetings, I've never seen or heard in my entire life. So we know Belichick's here when it comes to the nuances, all the little shit. But now it's college football, though, Shaun. It's college. It's a new world for him.
I didn't see what was going on in the game. When Belichick's girl came to the sideline, was that during the course of the actual game?
No, I thought so too. It was pre-game
warm-up.
Okay. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I thought she was asking for money to get nachos.
Hey, I couldn't tell because you can only see when he walks away.
Yeah, I know.
Like the two,
right there, so we had to pause it right there.
Okay,
yeah.
Right. I didn't see that view. So let me say this. You can get too analytical when it comes to quarterback competitions. For what system I saw on Monday night, there's no way that you can tell me Max Johnson isn't a better fit for that particular system than the kid Lopez from South Alabama.
And I started the show off yesterday, Shaun, to that point by saying the Geo kid got there in March or something. We've had I think there's 5 big-time school quarterbacks returning. Penn State and Aller, who you're not high on, Klubnik, Arch Manning, Nuss, and
Sellers.
The best quarterback in the country is the kid at Oklahoma.
Sellers. Yeah, I mentioned that. So he's a new booty. He's a transfer. Right. Everybody else is transfer. So I said at the end of the day, guess who's not? Max Johnson, who your former teammate's father, Brad, who's coming on the show, and we're talking about this. He stuck it out. Catastrophic leg injury, stuck it out and stayed. His other baby's there, the tight end who scored in the game. That matters to me. I don't give a fuck what you say. Even though it's a new staff, he's still part of that particular culture.
Yeah.
Gio just got there and looked like a deer in headlights after one good corner throw and then throw another completion for 2 real hours.
Hey, and he was late on the corner throw. If he throws
that was late too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So Belichick, to me, has never really been a good QB evaluator. He got lucky with Brady. Don't anybody come in the comments talking about Brady?
Inherited Bledsoe.
Because if they thought Brady was going to be Brady, he would have never got to the 6th round. They got lucky with Brady. And Lombardi, I worked with Lombardi at Veasan before this. And Lombardi, me and him did a draft show. And I like Lombardi. Lombardi, good dude. I like him. But he don't know what he's looking at the quarterback either. Me and him got in a full outblown argument about C.J. Stroud. He tried to tell me C.J. Stroud wasn't good, wasn't this, that. I say, you have lost your damn mind. Just because C.J. Stroud, whatever test he took, that everybody was
Wonderlic.
And again, in this specific part of football, I'm talking about QB evaluation. 95% of the people in the decision-making position have no earthly idea of how to evaluate the position. So they come up with these universal mechanisms that allow them to have a crutch when they're wrong.
Right.
The Wonderlic, you know who fucked the Wonderlic off for everyone else to use that excuse? Vince Young. So when Vince Young scored like a fucking 14 on the Wonderlic, everybody
think it was double digit. I think it was less than double digit.
You might be right. So, and I took the Wonderlic and I was like, fuck, I got like a 29 or whatever, and I didn't even do shit. And I think
practice one shit hard as fuck.
I think Peyton Manning got like a 30 or something.
Like a 4.
And I got like a 29. And it's
I
the
was
stupidest
somewhere
shit.
in the high 20s, low 30s.
You know, it's the stupidest shit. It's the one about the trains going 80 miles an hour. Right. You got to go 26 miles. How fast were you to go the last mile? I'm like, get the fuck. What does that have to do with fucking quarters coverage? But anyway, when Vince Young scored the low score, everyone started throwing that as this, like you just said, that's the crutch or the evaluating like bar.
Well, we didn't take him because he didn't score well in the Wonderlic.
That's so fucking stupid. That's like this 40-yard sprint for the quarterback in the combine.
Right.
Like Peyton Manning's 40 does not fucking matter. Sorry.
If there's a thing I tell people about the combine, if you're slow on tape, I don't care what you run in the 40.
Right.
If you're fast on tape, I don't care what you run on in the 40. Like the 40 can't trick me. The 40 to me is only relevant for about 15 to 20% of the entire draft class because there are certain prospects you're unsure of what they are speed-wise. Because some of them may be short area quick, but not top end fast. Right. You know what I mean? Like, so there are a couple of guys where you kind of, if it's close, the 40 will matter. But I mean, come on, man. And listen, I love Shiloh. It's no way Shiloh, what he ran in the 40 had any impact on what we had seen for years on tape. That he just lacks top end speed. And I just use some example everybody would know. But again, Lombardi sucks at quarterback. Trust me.
Let's dive in.
And he's still my guy. And I love Lombardi. If you're out there, salute. That's my dude. But
I love that. There's no greater feeling than getting. Don't get hit like that and throw it in completion, though. Because now you're fucked. Smitty won. But if I throw that and Smitty hits me and I look up at Smitty and like, yeah, motherfucker, 25-yard in cuts completed. First down. Like, there's a whole different vibe. People don't understand. Smitty drills me and I fucking throw it up in the air.
Love that shit.
And that's Smitty. Now the whole Smitty, the crowd. Yeah. I throw it. Smitty's like this.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
Yeah, Smitty's like,
can't fuck with me.
Fuck.
I'm here all fucking day.
Yeah, Smitty. And then I throw that completion, though, Sean.
You want to throw
Smitty's like, fuck. Like, and then I'm like this. I do the little man shit, like, you know, in the post.
And then I grab his arm and then I just elbow Kalen in the nose.
So let me ask you guys a big picture question here, because
big picture, small picture.
A big picture.
Okay.
Professional leagues emphasize things and prioritize. What's going on? Them misbehaving ass dogs. JB, I want you to hear this.
I hear you.
Dog. He need to send them dogs to a dog trainer.
For some reason, like, they're actually being good today, Shaun, but they're real emotional. They're like loving and kissing and
So professional sports leagues, right?
Yep.
They emphasize certain things from a rule standpoint, right?
Yeah.
Like they prioritize, like in the NBA, it was hand checking, right? In the football, it was any kind of quarterback contact. They didn't throw a flag on that hit. Are they finally, now that people aren't focused on it, gonna start letting the physicality involved with playing quarterback start to kind of become more part of the evaluation? Because that was a flag 10 out of 10 times over the last 7 to 8 years, to be honest.
Yeah.
Great point.
That's a great point. Let me ask you this, Shaun, because I wasn't really paying attention to that until you just said it. Were you seeing that happen like throughout the whole weekend, or was that like the one outlier? Because to me, that answered the question.
It was a lot more quarterbacks getting hit and taken to the ground and flags not being thrown than I've seen in a long time.
Ooh,
I'm going to just say it. I'm going to say it. Racist.
What you mean?
All white quarterbacks got hit, no flags.
Anyway, stay on topic for a second. Also, remember a couple years, about the last 7, 8 years, if a quarterback ran, once he went into his slide, any contact, a flag was thrown.
Yeah.
That's another thing I noticed over the weekend. The guys, if they're trying to slide late and guys are coming in, elbow to the chest, you know, as long as it wasn't no head contact, they're kind of letting that play a little bit. Maybe something to watch. They're putting physicality back into having to be a quarterback. I
hope you're right. If so, I'm a D-lineman. I love that. Let y'all get hit. Ain't no yellow jerseys on during Saturdays, homie. It's time to get hit, so we'll see.
Well, I'm all for it. Sean's all for it. See, real quarterbers are for it.
Now I can judge you.
It's your pussy ass generation that likes that shit.
Ain't nothing about me pussy, my generation pussy.
Like, I couldn't even have a conversation with like the Michael Pratt, Ryan Griffins of the world, guys that really were good at Tulane.
Generation pussy.
My generation, not pussy. My generation before the pussy generation.
Hey, if y'all can't behave, Smitty, you definitely can just stay at your high end fancy
white wall background.
Right. Townhome in
small.
Yeah. You know how to drive to Moreno Valley if y'all not gonna behave.
Whoa, what the fuck?
God, he likes that.
This motherfucker loves it. He wants you to die, homie. Like he don't care nothing about you.
He said my boat slipped. Like one day he said where we were on the water. He pinned us on the ocean.
I remember that. Like,
I'm like, this motherfucker here.
Motherfucker is not from the hood. I thought
it's not Moreno Valley.
Right. First of all,
it's a part of the canyon outside of Moreno Valley.
Yeah.
Bailey, do me a favor. Can you send me the do's and don'ts? Because I didn't get the email, so send me the email. Bailey, Paris, one of y'all.
Homie, you from South Florida? Like you should just know that off the bat. You grew up in the hood, homie.
Hey, black.
And you black. You a brother. You grew up off fucking. When the heat went off, Shaun, what you do? You opened the oven up. You had to you grew up from the mud. You know you can't be throwing out the general vicinity that we might be located.
Hey, listen. I've told myself I don't want to hurt anybody else the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But you cross that threshold of property that belongs to me, you're in high danger.
Shaun, we got 10 minutes. We got a lot of topics.
Let's go do all of them. 2 minutes each one.
2 minutes each one. You're on the clock. We have a clock now, actually. Yep. Bailey has a clock.
Yeah, Bailey gonna put a buzzer every time you
have a buzzer for this topic. Yeah, we got a lot of shit going on, Shaun. This is a damn near big show. Right. Southern Miss head coach Charles Huff, who was at Marshall, took all the players. he had a discussion on what went wrong against MSU. And he said they spent $15 million on their O-line and D-line in the second half. They should get a return on their investment. We're built pretty good, but we're not built for that league. Take a look.
The whole thing you just said.
They spent $15 million on O-line D-line. And second half, they should get an investment on their return, a return on their investment. We're built pretty good, but we're not built for that league. And the plan, obviously, we knew that's what they try to do. They try to wear you down. That's what happens. We wanted to get to a point where they were forced to throw it a little more. If you can get ahead in some of those opportunities in the first half, you get an opportunity. They're not able to just run it. Because now they have a little bit more pressure to kind of throw the ball. I thought Blake did a really good job of taking what the defense gave him. Tried not to give up too many explosive plays. I think they had maybe 2 on the first play of the game or second play of the game early to touchdown. Other than that, we were keeping it in front of us, missed some tackles, part of it, right? So now all of a sudden you throw a 6-yard hitch, we miss a tackle, it's 8. It's 2nd and 2, so now you can run it. So all things that are correctable. I did see some second half where all of a sudden now they start leaning on you, and all of a sudden what was getting knocked back or getting met at the line, we weren't able to consistently do. That's something we got to continue to work on, continue to bring more guys along.
Oh, CeeLo Green looking ass, Soul Food looking ass.
Dudley brother looking ass.
Devon Dudley looking ass. All right,
Shaun King face ass.
Shaun King looking ass. All right, so where are we at with that? You got 2 minutes. Go.
You got 1 minute now.
No excuses, no explanations. We don't want to hear that shit.
I'm with you.
Like, you can't make them throw if you can't score. They had 10 points in the first half and then scored a garbage touchdown late. Get your offense better. Right? You see, he basically brought everybody from Marshall, right?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I bet Southern Miss. I bet Georgia. So I ended up watching Marshall and Southern Miss. Marshall look like they got better players than Southern Miss. I'm gonna be honest. Like, better looking athletes. Marshall looks like they got better looking athletes than Southern Miss.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares.
Yeah.
Wazoo, Idaho. They played across the border, the 10-minute ride from, Moscow to goddamn Pullman. They get into a scuffle after the game.
Watch the video.
Take a look at this. Thug-ass white boys. Gangsters.
That's a weak ass slap too. That little slap he did was soft as shit. Watch it right here. He pulled his mouthpiece. It wasn't even a slap. Shaun, what you think about this, man? It's undisciplined at its finest. What's going on? You either coach or you allow it.
Here's what I told my guys. We get 60 minutes to impose our will against another man. If you can't get it done in that period of time, you won't play for me if you do anything before or after those 60 minutes. Like the kid from Georgia State that snatched the chain, you ain't playing. Like 1-1, come on, guys. We can play the whole game.
Right, you got a whole game to do that.
Hey, are you with AJ and I, or are you with Smitty? AJ said we couldn't wear earrings or chains to get snatched in the first place. The Colorado thing, we had the theft at UCLA, remember? The whole Shador thing a couple years ago when Colorado took over. Where you at with the chain wearing from the jump? Because I'm from where you start, none won't be none. I wouldn't allow my guys to have this shit, so you couldn't snatch it. It don't matter. Put that shit on in the locker room. Put that shit on at the beach. Put that shit on off the field. I don't care what you do off the field.
Right.
But on the field, you're now getting paid is my only point. You're now getting paid big money. You're an employee now. Let's just keep it real. You wanted to be employees, so you're an employee. It's work time. Fuck all that other outside noise. That's where I'm at. Smitty's probably not. He said, I don't want to change who I am. I'm still going to be swagged or whatever. I get it. But at the same time, you could do that off the field. To me, it's discipline at its finest. Allow it. Don't coach it or allow it. Like Smitty said, yeah. I'm on that side. So is AJ because Nick Saban didn't allow it.
I hate it.
I didn't allow it. Smitty hates it. Where you at?
Well, I didn't have any money in college, so I didn't have it as an option. I don't know how you tell a guy that's making $750 million, what he can and can't. I don't want to be a hypocrite here because I truly think this. I was one of the first guys in the NFL to wear his earrings during the game.
You did, and you was swagged out too. It looked good on you, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it don't matter. He had the money.
NFL though.
If Shaun had the money at Tulane, he would have won at Tulane.
And listen, and
private school.
Shaun, let me deal. And what the NFL guys do trickles down to the college guys. But as a 48-year-old man now, if I was a head coach of a college program, you couldn't wear jewelry during the game, but I'd explain why I'm taking this stance. For one, we don't want to create any energy that's not directly correlated to winning the football game, right? For two, we don't want you to lose your necklace. I give examples of, I think Crabtree lost his necklace during the game. You know, things have happened. 3, the earrings. Yeah, we don't want to get stuff pulled out. That would be my reasoning for the team. You can wear it, but we don't want it. Once we get to the stadium, guys, and we go in the locker room, all that stuff comes off.
What if your wideout say, Coach, I respect that so much. So I got something that means a lot to me. My grandfather passed away, and this is the chain that he gave me. We pass it down from generation to generation. It's not a big chain, it's just a little chain right here that I just want to wear underneath my shoulder pads right there because it means something to me. Is there any way I can get a pass and wear this, Coach?
Can't.
You know how to really honor your grandfather? Let's max out during this chapter of your life, because at the National Football League level, the platform's even bigger. And so if you want to play today, which is a necessity to get to the National Football League, then this is what the rules are here. And you know what? Your grandfather don't smile down for you honoring and respecting authority.
And I can't let you do it respectfully, Smitty, and not anyone else. So now I've opened Pandora's box for anyone to do anything. It's like Smitty said, I got family reunion, Coach. I'm gonna miss practice, but then you're not gonna make it. Like, at the end of the day,
won't play that
everybody got a family reunion, and I don't know who's real or who's not. That's the problem. That's the hard part about coaching. That's the unfortunate part that people don't understand. That's why I give schedules. In fairness, I give schedules out in January. I work all damn off season to get everything done ahead of time so everyone knows where the fuck they are and when they're supposed to be. So now you make your schedule for your family and shit around that.
And hold on, Smitty, just to finish my point. For those that don't know, football players are a whole bunch of scammers.
They are. They're the number one liars.
Man, look, if they know the schedule way ahead of time,
you know, that's why he's like a motherfucker.
Family vacations, and
he got away with
all
so
of a
much
sudden, it'll be his sister this and his brother that.
My cousin got shot in the hood. My homie died. I don't give a fuck. It don't matter.
They scammers. They scammers. Go ahead.
So, Coach, I appreciate that. So, in summation, fuck my grandpa.
If that's how you interpreted that, then guess what? You probably need to go to the portal anyway. Because I think I like it simple. So Coach simplified it for you. So if you couldn't receive that in the energy it was given, then this probably ain't the place for you.
Fucking right.
Yes, sir. Next time, it should have been buzzed.
Hey, somebody said, JB, didn't you say you pissed for some of your players' drug tests? Why can some smoke get others called out by you?
That's some real shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like that comeback.
What? I don't get the comeback. Yeah,
he's saying that you broke rules too, motherfucker. So don't get mad when they want to put a chain on in the earring.
Had nothing to do with it.
You pissed for motherfuckers
and
lied about their grades.
And
so they can't put a chain on.
And
so you can break rules, but they can't.
Fucking right.
It's right at the top, homie.
Guess what?
You the leader, homie.
Now time out.
You the face.
Not one player knew I pissed for him.
Shit.
So guess what? You ask Bobby Bowden. Shaun, you want to tell any stories about coaches like Dennis Erickson and Bobby Bowden, Jimmy Johnson, who did shit for their players that they never knew about?
Homie. If I smoke weed every single day and I get a piss test and I somehow pass my test, I know some shit happened.
But you ain't gonna ask. You ain't. Shaun, he act like he's dry sitting on himself.
You have my face.
Like Smitty's gonna pass the test and he's gonna come to me saying, "Coach, I smoke every day. I don't know how I passed the test." Who the fuck doing that?
I ain't say that. I'm saying he's not stupid. He know something happened. You did something.
We not even prohibited anymore, right?
That might have just
NCAA it is. NCAA it is though.
On campus it ain't or something though. It's weird.
So what about the guys with a medical prescription?
I think NCAA still. I don't think is passed.
A schemer.
But see, that's my point. You're making our point. That's football players are scammers. We're liars. That's what we do.
Google Docs, the next topic. You got 1 minute left.
100%. Don't believe none of them say.
Let's do this.
JB had a topic he wanted to share here. Matthew Stafford's wife, Kelly, revealed that her kids got bullied by other kids in school because the media blamed her for Matt being in trade rumors. Check this out.
There was speculation of Matthew getting traded this past year, and then it was a headline that his wife was the problem, and that's part of the reason.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And listen, media is media. They're going to dig and do whatever they need to do to make a story. But the kids at school were like picking on them, being like, well, you're going to have to move because your mom doesn't shut her, or your mom is an issue. Like, she's too loud and whatever. And
Yikes.
so my girls came home and they're like, Mommy, are we having to move because of you? And
I
I was
know.
like, because of me?
I know.
And they're like, yeah, like the Rams
know.
don't like you. I was like,
I know. I'm with you. I'm with you, but I got something.
No, I don't say nothing. Shaun, question for you real quick, because I don't know how old your kids are. You had your kids while you were still active, or was it like after you retired?
After.
Okay. All right, gotcha. Never mind.
And listen, and this is a light, but this is a bullying is a real thing at school now.
Yeah.
And this is a light example.
I miss it
because this seems more like the proliferation of information that the Stafford family would have rather sheltered their kids from. Right? And here's how I've attacked it. My kids haven't been bullied at any point, but I've gone directly to the principal of each one of their schools and said, when I drop my child off, you are me.
Woo!
You are responsible for the well-being of this child. So it's your job to eliminate all the extracurricular stuff that could prevent them from reaching their full academic potential.
I mean, Leah said she homeschooled some of her kids because of this BS. So
that's too much work.
It's going on a lot right now. JB, what do you think about bullying, man? You just said you wish it came back. When Shaun said his kids have not been bullied, you got frustrated and said, fuck. So I guess explain your emotions.
We need bullying. We need bullying, and it builds character. I truly believe it. But I want to go back to the full thing here.
That's the dumbest thing you've ever said, JB.
We need bullying.
Because bullying looks different in 2025 than it did when we.
It does, because it's kind of like
because there are some kids that just
gay now. Just to be real, it's gay now. It's just gay now.
No, that I'm not talking about alternate lifestyles. I'm just talking about there's some kids that are really good kids.
Shaun, man. Shaun great at this shit.
That are passive. That are passive from a personality standpoint. That need positive reinforcement, not because they got an alternative sexuality, just because that's the incubator they need in order to really develop. And so bullying can get in the way of that and ruin what would be a good kid. So that's something that's a little different because kids don't fight anymore. See, me and you about the same age. So when we grew up, I mean, bully at your own risk. They should have had a yellow sign. Like, there's a warning, dog in the backyard. Like, they should have had a yellow sign. Bully at your own risk, because you run up on the wrong thing. You think it's an easy win, and you like to get knocked out.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. The reason I say bullying existed and it created people like you and I is because we had strong teachers in the classroom.
I didn't get bullied.
I didn't either. What I'm saying is, I'm saying bully existed at your own risk, though, when we grew up. We didn't get bullied. What I'm saying is bullying existed around us because we had strong-minded teachers. We didn't have these agenda-pushing teachers that groomed our kids and our youth like they do now. So now the teacher can't even get a word in because motherfuckers are throwing pencils and shit at each other.
Oh, yeah, none of that going on back then.
It's chaotic as shit in class. It has nothing to do with bullying. It's a weak-minded teacher now that can't control the damn classroom. Number one. Number two, I want to go back to the person that was speaking here.
Oh, shit. Please, JB.
Now we're back to the original take that I've been saying for a long, long time.
Please don't say that.
White mom.
Listen, I'm a fan of Stafford.
I'm a fan too, but go back to white mom. Go back to white mom. Full circle, everything. Go back to white mom. White mom, man.
And I'm gonna respect everybody's wives, Mr. Shaun King.
I'm not just right now. I love Matthew.
I don't have nothing. I don't have no problem with anything she said. Like in her world,
just white moms.
But you want to control and protect your kids from certain kind of influence, right?
Yeah, it's nothing to do with nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll say this. This is a message to all the athletes out there. I was raised to whom much is given, much is required. So growing up, because I was really good at sports, there's a certain cachet comes with that in your adolescence. I wouldn't let somebody bully somebody that I know couldn't defend themselves.
I love that.
If JB, okay, he told a little joke on Smitty. If he keep doing it, I'm gonna go pull JB. Hey man, leave Buddy alone. Buddy ain't fucking with you, so why are you fucking with him? If you keep it up, you gonna have a problem with us.
And JB was the bully at the time because he was so insecure with himself that he had to like diss other people down, other people around him to make himself feel strong.
Shaun, you got 5 minutes?
Yeah, I got however long you need.
I got 4.
I wanted to prolong the show just for a hot minute because Smitty's in person, and I didn't want to do this tomorrow. I wanted to do it now. I want to give you some context real quick. Out here in SoCal, there's a former coach of mine, Ed Hotchkiss, who was my Arena League head coach for the LA Avengers. East Coast guy, came out west. Coach Russell Shaw, you remember Boo? Ram, Michigan, wide receiver, JUCO legend right here at LA. We played all together. Graziani was the quarterback starter, lefty, Oregon. And then I got picked up by them after Bakersfield Arena 2 team. I went to LA for a hot minute. Ed was the head coach. Good dude. He took a high school job here in California called Bishop Montgomery. There's a guy they call the Money Man who's been floating around about 4 different high schools over the last 10 years and basically is responsible for 4 head coaches being blackballed and fired. And basically the death penalty has been issued to 4 high schools that he has contributed money to for illegal recruiting, illegal acts, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know how to take this, but there's a video out here we're going to show real quick. But there's they were about to play Modern Day High School, the number 1 team in America last week, and they called and said, we can't play. So nobody knew what it was going on, blah, blah, blah. So Modern Day issued a thing, and another friend of mine is the head coach of Modern Day now, who was at Poly for a long time, Raul Laura. So they had they issued a thing saying, they made a professional statement, but they were pissed because they didn't get a game 2. So Modern Day was too late to pick up a game, so they missed a game. Bishop Montgomery, since that week, has now forfeited the entire season. And Ed Hotchkiss, the head coach, was fired and dismissed after 15 years as the head coach there. All subsequently because of this guy called the Money Man, he went to Narbonne when they were really good, threw a bunch of money at guys. And I know for a fact he was paying guys $40,000, paying players up to 7-8 years ago, $40,000 a kid in high school to go to Narbonne. Then the head coach at Narbonne named Manny Douglas, a guy I coached against for a long time, got fired and took a job where Orlando Scandrick, who I coached, was coaching at the time, St. Bernard's High School, which is known for the great movie The Wood. Takes Manny there, pays to play there, puts $1 million into the football program, rebuilt the stadium, football field, put money into players, etc. The FBI gets involved, and then they're fired, and everybody drops football there at Bernard's, and the FBI got involved for money embezzlement. Okay, this was in 1920. So then this guy goes and he helps out a few other schools in between, and now he's at Bishop Montgomery and throws a bunch of money at Ed Hotchkiss. They get in 40 transfers this past offseason, supposedly loaded, a bunch of D1 offer kids, and now their whole season's over. The players are fucked. The coach is fired. And real quick, here's a video to give you a little insight for the chat on what's going on. And this is actually the guy himself who they found a way to get on a podcast. I don't know why or how, but he came on a podcast and explained himself, called The Money Man. Take a look.
Appreciate him coming on, Aram and I, because he could go to the LA Times. He could go to another news source. And the truth of the matter is maybe, he doesn't get to say his whole piece, right? Reporters tend to do interviews and then kind of take what they want. Well, here, he's going to get everything the platform to say whatever he wants.
Okay, so he was explaining who he is, and now here he is right here in the middle. That's the Money Man. That's a multimillionaire who I know pretty well, and he throws around dollars to a lot of these kids.
With the hat on?
With the hat on, yep. Take a
For
look.
questions, that's fine too.
Just ask questions.
Okay, you got it, brother. So I kind of want to start. Well, Aram, I guess if you want to make a remark too, real quick.
I'm gonna
before
try
we
to get him
into
on.
it. I don't know if you want to say something off the top.
Yeah, can I get my intro, Tarek? Just kidding.
No.
And said, hey, we'd love to have you come on and explain your side, take some questions, that type of thing. So thanks for being here.
No problem. Ask away. I'll answer every question to the best of my abilities.
Look, I think before we even get into how you got involved with these football programs, I think some people might want to know, like, how is it you make your money, man? What do you do for work? How is it? Clearly, everyone knows you've got funds, but how did you come across those? How do you
gambling? Everybody says I own the pizza place. I don't own the pizza place.
Okay.
So that's another misconception out there. I don't own it. Look at the paperwork. It's not that hard to figure out. I don't own it. I do own some fast food restaurants in Utah and in Orange County. I own a tire shop out here, and I have some homes, but most of my money does come from gambling. Yes, I bet a lot, and everybody knows this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aaron?
Yeah, I can say that Brett last night said to bet Miami. They hit. He
trouble for it. All on me.
So that first Narbonne stint, I remember state champions, if I'm not mistaken.
That was no players were paid for it by me. None. That was all the great coaching staff over there did a great job, and hats off to them.
Yeah.
The only thing I provided was helmets.
And that was, I think, was the quarterback not Jalen Chapman? I'm just trying to remember like my coverage. And was that year they were really good?
I believe it was Jalen. Yeah, I don't know for sure.
The staff though wasn't.
Huh?
I don't really need to see no more.
You understand it, right?
Yeah, you can't be a known sports bettor and have that kind of connectivity with the athletes and the coaches. Like, because what happens is you planting seeds. Because if you get all these California high-end athletes that you're providing for in high school, you only picking the top. So now 3-4 years from now, if these kids are now All-Americans, you can get information from their families that other people probably couldn't get. Like, I'm surprised he ain't locked up.
The FBI came to the house. Yeah. They dropped the charges because they couldn't trace the guy. The guy is, I'm telling you, he's legit. He's legit at what he.
He might be legit.
No, I'm saying without getting caught. He's never been caught. Is my point.
Oh yeah, the optics on that. Just because it looks like you're growing a database by manipulating the high school athlete. That's what it looks like. Because all these kids, you think, especially you talking about 7-8 years ago. I mean, how many of those kids are in the NFL?
Few.
And you see.
He had the big time QB at Sarah, who went to Arizona. He had the kid, Bryce Young. I mean, he's had all kinds. He's moved guys around with
and
money.
You up front and in their face with it.
Yeah, I mean, I promise you, I have text messages showing like Venmos for 40 racks.
Yeah, and I ain't got nothing against him helping the kids. So if he watching, shout out to you, dog. But I get like how that could look funky.
Here's the problem, and I don't know how to take it because, like, I'm as hood and grimy and shady as you can be when it comes to like helping my kids. Let me be clear what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna do whatever I can for my kids, and I got players in the chat right now that'll tell you. I'm going to do whatever I can. And the CIF came at me because I had 30 transfers the right way. I never paid a fucking kid in my life. That's on my dead daddy and my daughter. I'd never had to pay a kid to come to me. They always bought what I was selling. Honesty, loyalty, the real shit. And my players will tell you. These guys I have no respect for that pay guys to go there. Because if I have to pay you to go here, that means you didn't come here for me. You came here for my money. And you're never going to buy into what I tell you. So I never bought anyone. And I beat their ass. So my thing is like, I don't respect it. And then when I see coaching buddies of mine do it, I lose respect for them as well a little bit because they sold their soul to get money because they were either inept, too lazy, or just didn't want or couldn't get the player themselves. So they bought him through this guy. And that's why I lose respect for that as well. So it bothers me to see coaches get fired over this guy and then programs to be absolutely destroyed. I did it the right way, and they came at me because they thought it could never happen. They thought that this white boy could never get all these brothers to transfer to a school that wasn't Mater Dei or Bosco or Poly. And they were like, how did this guy get all these guys? He has to be paying them. And then they fucked my players and held them out of games and all this shit. Now this guy's paying guys. CIF never came at them at all. And my old boss, my former boss who comes in the show all the time, Dr. Mendoza, we had to go check houses and shit. They put us through the ringer just because we did it the right way, because they didn't think we did it the right way. That's how crazy this shit is. That's why the optics of it is so fucking infuriating for me. I don't know how to take it, Shaun, at the time at this rate, because this guy's paying all this money, and now we've seen 4 schools basically get the death penalty, and 4 coaching buddies of mine who I did lose respect for doing it, but also they lost their job. So like, I don't know how to take this one. I just want to get your perspective, you and Smitty, before we wrap the show on this guy. It's a big news story right now all through California.
I think you're accountable for your actions. You know what I mean? Like, the one space in this football world where I feel like unless you're at like the top 5% of the jobs where you can have longevity, is high school football. Like if you're a good high school football coach, you're getting scholarships for your scholarship-worthy players. You know, y'all winning 6+ games a year. At the majority of high schools in the country, that's good enough to stay there as long as you want to. Like, so if you decide to try and make a U-turn to chase notoriety, like you got to live with whatever come with that, good and bad. And I think that's how I look at it.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's all over the news right now. The guy that conducted that interview is a big-time LA beat writer who I've known a long time. He got the guy on. I doubt he'll come on my show.
And the guy looks like, if you could draw up like what,
shady
looks like. Better.
Yeah,
he to get information.
Yeah, that's him.
He looks so unhealthy. His cheeks red. He's exactly what I expected to look like.
Hey, but it's funny though when you hear these guys talk.
I got a hair appointment at 9:30.
Yeah, we're out of here. Hey, Shaun, it's funny when you hear the guys talk and say, I don't own the pizza place. I own a couple of fast food spots.
Tire shop.
I do
own the pizza place.
Hey, but he said, I do own several homes. He acts like he don't got money, but then he talks about all the shit he has. It's like, hold on now. What the fuck, what are you?
I don't own the pizza place, but I am an investor.
But I own several homes. Like, well, you just skipped over.
A tire shop.
Yeah, the tire shop and 2 Lamborghinis and 7 Bentleys.
McDonald's.
Man, it's just crazy. Unfortunate. Here's the problem. CIF, the California board, now those kids are stuck with D1 scholarship opportunities. What happens to them? See, that's the problem. So it is what it is, but
see y'all Friday.
All right.
Hey, by the way, I gotta apologize for last week. Georgia screwed me at the end. They had the game covered. They blew it. I was completely wrong about Alabama. I will say this about tomorrow night. AJ Brown has been outstanding in game ones with Jalen Hurts. So I'm on all AJ Brown player props tomorrow. Receptions, receiving. I think I got receptions over 4.5. I think I got receiving yards somewhere around, I think 69, 70, and I got anytime touchdown. So I'm on AJ Brown tomorrow.
I'm on CD and Pickens heavy. But all right.
All right. See y'all later.
All right, Shaun. Appreciate you. Good show, man. Loaded show.
I'm on CD Lamb and Pickens tomorrow heavy. We're going to go over that tomorrow.
I forgot it's NFL tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm hyped as hell right now.
I got Patreon live tomorrow night with
Oh, she going to be here?
Yeah.
It's official.
Yeah.
Titties.
Yeah.
Ass.
Yeah.
Liquor.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah.
Damn. It's going to be
I can show the game. The game could be on behind us. It'd be on the sides. It got 4 angles now.
Are you doing it through StreamYard this time, or are you going to just do it the old school? No. I'm saying, are you going to?
I think just straight Patreon, because I don't remember, because that way we got the members.
Okay.
The paid members.
No,
so
I just want to make sure.
I'd go be member up on Patreon right now for the after hours tier. Make sure you head on over there today and get the after hours, because it's going down every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday for Football Palooza. This Saturday is going down as well. Steve Kim will be here. Maybe a couple fellas will watch the games together. You'll get that insight as well. Now we have all the camera angles. So shout out to everybody for popping in, Smitty for driving out, and Bailey behind the scenes. And tomorrow is Thursday Night Football. So we'll be back tomorrow, God willing. Head over to Valor, 20% off. Coach JB.
Big Smitty.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.